We're live! Hello everybody and welcome to Mark Goldbridge, That's Football. It's England versus Croatia. I've got a little bit of a surprise for you. What's that all about, you might say? Well, I'll explain what that is in a minute, but it's England against Croatia. The Euros really do kick off. It's beautiful weather in the UK. It's beautiful weather in London, and it's a beautiful, beautiful opportunity for England to do very, very well. That is the Paddy Power Fan Park in London. So we will have reaction for you there. We can also go bigger than that. If there's big moments, we can see it even bigger. So we've got, I don't know whether they know whether we're live yet. Maybe they will have it on their cameras at some point and we might see some things or not. But we are live. It's England against Croatia on That's Football. Massive game for England. We're going to go through the team news. And Craig's going to be on with me tonight. Craig is Irish. Paddy Power is Irish. That's about as Irish as you're going to get on a watch-along for England. I'm not having Craig on with me for England, gabbing on about, how crap England are. So he'll be on with me tonight at 8 o'clock for the Holland game. Looking forward for that. But, this is great. And we have got Trippier at left-back is not so great. We'll talk about the England team as well. So the England team, we'll go through Croatia, we'll go through England. Kickoff is at 2 o'clock, so we're about half an hour away. Make sure you smash a like on the video and subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Big shout out to Paddy Power as well. I'm doing interviews over the Euros with Paddy Power. I've already done Paul Ince. We've got Teddy Sheringham to come. Make sure you subscribe to their channel as well. I've dropped the link in the video description, so subscribe to them. And thank you to everybody who is watching on both streams, by the way. But no, Jack Grealish is the story. I mean, look, I'm positive because I want England to do well. I want England to win the Euros, but I am going to say I think if England are to win the Euros, it's going to be despite Gareth Southgate and not because of Gareth Southgate. You're going to get Gareth Southgate sympathisers because he's a nice bloke. He is a nice bloke. He does wear a waistcoat sometimes. He's a nice bloke. He's very media friendly. He is a nice bloke. But nice doesn't win you trophies necessarily. His team tonight is too nice. He's got Pickford in goal. He's got Walker at right back. Mistake. He's got Stones and Mings. Mistake. He's got Trippier at left back. Mistake. He's playing Phillips and Rice. Mistake. And he's picking Sterling, Foden, Mount and Kane, which I think it's a mistake. I do. I think there's. I think it is a mistake. I think Luke Shaw's been one of the best left backs in Europe. Chilwell is apparently not even on the bench. Sancho's not on the bench. So you pick Trippier at left back. Luke Shaw may as well be on holiday. Like, what's the point? What is the point? I wouldn't put Kyle Walker at right back. It's not a major issue, but I wouldn't put Kyle Walker at right back. I don't even think he's a very good right back. I think Trippier should be right back and Luke Shaw should be left back. That's what should happen. Or Reece James. Why Kyle Walker? His obsession with Kyle Walker. At least he's not playing a back five. I would have played Bellingham and Rice in the midfield. I think Phillips. Phillips could be a breakout player of the tournament. I'm not going to say that can't happen, but for me, Bellingham is a better player than Phillips. I don't know why that's happened. And then, look, I do like Foden. I do like Mount. I just don't understand why Jack Grealish isn't playing. I've got no idea why he's not picking him. I think it's crazy. Jack Grealish should have walked into this team. So I don't understand it. I mean, you could say Rashford should start, but I've got to be honest. As a United fan, Rashford has been up and down for the last 6 months, mainly because of injury. So I can't massively complain about that one. But, Sterling... Does Sterling turn up for England? I don't know. Imagine bringing two left backs and then not using them, says Jack Brown. And if Ward-Prowse was in the squad, we wouldn't need to play Trippier at left back for his set piece deliveries, and we could play an actual left back, says Stephen the Hazard. But you're missing the point, Stephen. You're missing the point. Just play Trippier at right back and play Luke Shaw at left back. Like, you don't need to put Trippier at left back just because he's a set piece taker. Trippier's better than Kyle Walker. Don't play Kyle Walker. Just pick Luke Shaw. To me, look, will England win? Let's have a quick look at the Croatian side. So Croatia have got let me get my itch going. Livakovic in goal, Vrško at right back, I think. Vida, Kalita and Gvardiol. Modric, Brozovic, Kovacic, Kramaric, Rebic, Perisic. I mean, that front six is good. That is a good front six. Kramaric, Rebic, Perisic, they can cause us problems. They did in the World Cup. And Kovacic and Brozovic and Modric ain't a bad midfield either. So I think that they can cause us problems. Croatia, I can't remember what my prediction was for this tournament. But remember, we are we are playing in England, so it is at Wembley. We do have this home advantage. But I can't remember what my prediction was. But I think I'm going to probably go for a draw. Yeah, I think I will. I think I am going to go for a draw because I think it probably will be a draw. So that's why I'm going to go for a draw. Yeah, it makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. So yeah, we're going to go for a draw in that one. But thanks everyone who's tuning in on the Paddy Power channel as well. I have got your comments here as well. Sam Diamond says, come on, England. And Rashford has had poor form recently, says Jordan Gunn. Grealish deserves to be in the team. Yeah, but you know what? Has he ever really been somebody who likes Jack Grealish? That's what I would say. Has he ever been a manager that's, you know, openly liked Jack Grealish? And I think that for me is probably the interesting thing. I predicted he wouldn't pick Jack Grealish, even though I thought Jack Grealish was the best player in the 2 games that he played. But I like Mason Mount and I do like Phil Foden. I think they're very good players and I think they can have a massive impact on this tournament. That front four might work. It might work. Mount, Foden, Sterling and Kane. I haven't got a massive problem with it. I do like it. It is exciting. I did say that, you know, out of Grealish, Foden and Mount, 2 of them have got to start and 2 of them are starting. So I'm not massively bothered about that, apart from the I think Jack Grealish should start. But I do not like the Trippier at left-back thing. Mark, if Trippier is at left-back for set pieces, then why is the most fouled player in the Premier League on the bench, says Spenny? Well, yeah. You know, that to me... I said 1-1, did I, Newsflash? Thanks for that. So, yeah, I think that in relation to that, I would say that... the non-selection of Luke Shaw is ridiculous. Salish says how is he not starting? It's ridiculous. And to be honest, I don't think Southgate's a big fan of Luke Shaw, and I don't think he's a big fan of Jack Grealish. And I say not a fan; he's picked them, but I don't think they're in that equation for him. I mean, you basically, how offensive is it for Luke Shaw that you've had one of the best seasons of any left back in world football, and you're benched for a right back? It just doesn't make sense to me, and hopefully it won't make a massive impact. But yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's a different way. Are we actually playing with a back 5? Maybe, you know, maybe Trippier's right back, Walker's a centre back, somebody's playing as a left wing back, but I can't see who that would be. You know, maybe that might be happening. But Chilwell is apparently injured. They're not even on the bench. So Chilwell and Sancho not on the bench. No Sancho on the bench. Thought, says Fergus. Oh, I mean, I presume that. I mean, I'm just having a look here. I presume that they're not selected because they are injured. But I may be wrong on that one. I don't know. Anybody let me know if Southgate's given us an update on that. I'm just having a quick look here. But it must be, you know, you'd pick a strong squad in a game like this. Surely you would. So it wouldn't make sense to me to not go with you know, to put Sancho on the bench, not on the bench, and Chilwell not on the bench. So they must be carrying injuries. That's all I can say. But I'm going to go 1-1 because I think people might be sleeping on Croatia a bit. And I think normally I probably would sleep on them a bit as well. I think I would be like, oh, it's England, it's the Euros, we're at home, it's at Wembley, football's coming home and all that jazz. And I get that. I do get all that. But I also think that that you know, they're a good side. Let me show you the fan park there. Look, there it is. We'll have updates from there for you through the game. Most of them don't know they're on screen because they're not looking at me. They'll probably have the BBC on, you know, which is fine. Fair. I was meant to be there, but we had a big problem. I'd love to have been there. I feel like I am there. I don't know what that big building is behind me. Somebody's going to tell me what that is. This is shocking. I'm so annoyed. Southgate is a scared manager. Love from Florida, says Grant Stewart. Thank you very much for that, Grant. Yeah, I don't know what that building is behind. I'm tempted to say it's the Shard, but I'm not so sure it is. It is the Shard. It is the Shard. There you go. So it is the Shard, the Paddy Power fan park in London. And hopefully what we're going to see behind us during the game is some real big... I've just been texted by Draughty now. We're going to see some real big fan reaction, which is cool. So big shout out to Paddy Power. You can subscribe to them in the video description. I've done some interviews with them, with Paul Ince and stuff, and had a great time. And... somebody just telling me something about Sancho. I'm just trying to find out here whether this is true. We've never done this before, and I think it's great that we've got this situation where we're doing a watch along, but we've also got a load of fans behind us. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good, and you'll be able to see them. And if anything major happens, we'll cut to it, like penalties and stuff like that. So looking forward to it. I think it's a great thing to do, and it's nice to do it for England matches for the Euros. So big shout out to Paddy Power and their fan park. Lots of people there in the sun. I hope they've got their sun cream on. You know, be safe in the sun. You don't want to be getting burnt. The only thing we want to get burnt is Croatia today. We want to see England win. I'm on with Craig at 8 o'clock. I don't know why people think Craig would be doing England watch-along with me. I don't do England watch-alongs with anybody. This is my arena with you. This is my manor. Nobody's coming in and starting to wind me up. If people want to come on like Jordan and get a bit of banter, that's absolutely fine. But you're not raining on my England parade. No way, Pedro, or anybody else. But yeah, me and Craig are doing the 8 o'clock, which is Holland tonight. So what we got tonight? We've got Holland against Ukraine at 8 o'clock and Austria against North Macedonia. The game is on the BBC in the UK if you're interested in that. Fantastic. And sorry, I'm just getting so many messages here. That's great. But yeah, smash a like on videos if you're watching. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner. And yeah, we've got the Paddy Power fan park all up and running as well, which is fantastic. Got quite a few people watching on the Paddy Power YouTube channel as well. You can flick between the two if you want to. There's 2 chat groups going. Luke Shaw has been one of the best left backs in the world. Why does he have to accommodate a right back? He likes left back, says Dia. Mate, I would love England to win this World Cup. I would love England to win the Euros, but I think we've got more chance of winning the World Cup if we do badly in the Euros and sack Southgate. I actually said that last night. I was at a barbecue last night and I said, look, as sad as it is, the best thing that can probably happen for England is they do crap in the Euros. Everyone's pissed off because it's in England. We sack Southgate straight away. We get a decent manager in. We've got all this attacking talent. They're an attacking manager and we build to the World Cup in 18 months, which isn't that far off. That, to me, is probably the most realistic chance England have got of being a decent side and getting the most out of this side. However, nobody wants to plan for the future like that. It's a sunny day. It's England against Croatia. We want England to be winning this tournament. I remember Euro 96. I remember it's coming home. And I remember the atmosphere around the country, the cracking weather. We want that. Everybody wants that. You know, we all want that. The problem is we're already going into a big game and we're going, what is he doing? And that happens with Southgate too much. What is he doing? What is he doing? What is he doing? Hopefully, it won't stop us winning, because I look at that front four of Foden and Mount and Sterling and Kane, and I think, well, that's got goals in it, and it's got a bit of speed in it, and it's got a bit of, technicality in it. I think Declan Rice is a good player. Calvin Phillips maybe could be a breakout player. If he isn't, you get Bellingham in. I think he's very close to picking a very good team today. Can I just say, if he'd put Luke Shaw at left back, Trippier at right back, Maguire was back, fit, you put Bellingham next to Rice, and you put Grealish in instead of, Foden or Mount, I think that would have been the team. Everyone would have gone bang on. But, look, on the other hand, I've been to, I've followed England for a long, long time, and I think that with England, I remember 98. We started off in 98 against Tunisia when we won 2-0. And we didn't start Michael Owen and we didn't start David Beckham. And we then did bring them into the tournament. So, look, just because we're starting like this doesn't mean that, he's going to stay like this. But I do think he's made some coaching errors today. But what do you expect? Why has Gareth Southgate got the job? I like the guy. And look, nobody's going to be more happier than people who are English who are doubting him in a month's time if we're lifting up the Euros. But, to win the Euros, you're going to have to beat teams like Portugal, Italy, France. You can't beat those teams by not playing a specialist left back. You can't beat those teams by benching players like Jude Bellingham and Jack Grealish. You've got to get your best players out on the pitch, but you can make 5 subs, and that is a big factor as well. Why the hell has Southgate left Sancho been left out? Should be starting, says Joel Morris. I never thought he would start. Just heard Southgate say because of the hurt heat, substitutions will be more important than ever. What the hell is that all about, says Joel Morris. Southgate confirms to TalkSport that team selection is due to balance and not injuries, so picking 2 goalkeepers instead of Sancho is balance, according to him. It doesn't make any sense. Maybe Man United are about to sign Sancho. Maybe there is something in that then. I don't know. Maybe there is. But I do think, as I said, I wouldn't sleep on Croatia. I think they're going to give us a good game. I think it will be interesting. And I do wonder what an opportunity this is for Declan Rice. What an opportunity it is for Kelvin Phillips. What an opportunity it is for Mason Mount. Those 3 in the midfield against Kovacic, Modric and Brozovic. That's the battle for me. Score prediction for today, Mark. I'm going to go with a 1-1. Somebody just asked me there about would you have Arsenal owners or Glazers, says Jaden. Well, I don't really want to get in club football today. Not sure how I feel about supporting England, says Tasty. 10k per goal to Irish clubs or not. And playing with 10 men, again, Sterling never tackles, never heads the ball and greedy, says Derek. But as I said before, I think sometimes in tournament football, do you want to start the first game if the first result isn't a good result? Because we know what the English press are like. I tell you what, tournament football, English press, they will go in on players that aren't doing well. I've seen it so many times. So sometimes Grealish being on the bench, Luke Shaw being on the bench, Bellingham being on the bench. If we have a bad result today, you might see the press going, get those players in. So look, it might not be a bad place for Jack Grealish or Jude Bellingham. Italy played their country's most inform 11 against Turkey. Shame England hasn't done the same. Inform wins games, says Alicio. I have spoken about Christian Eriksen, by the way. I realise I haven't spoken about him on any of our watch-alongs yet. I did mention it this morning on the United Stand. We had a watch-along yesterday for Denmark against Finland. I was never doing that watch-along because I was on my way to a barbecue and I just arrived at the party and the football was on and people didn't even know what was going on actually because people were too busy having a beer and not really paying attention and the noise wasn't on the game. And then I got a phone call from somebody saying what was happening and I turned to the screen and you could see the players around and it was a sickening feeling that I think that everybody would feel, and I'm just so grateful. I think everybody was saying at the time, please God, let this have an outcome that's not the one that people were fearing. And at the moment we have that outcome where Christian Eriksen is talking, he's stable and he's in hospital, so grateful for that. But yeah, it's not, I've done so many watch-alongs and I thought Craig and Joe yesterday, who haven't done many watch-alongs on this channel, did a fantastic job, because I think there's that question about whether you stop the stream or not, but I think there's so many people like we've got in the chat now that are in that position where they want to talk to people, and I thought they handled it really, really well. And hopefully we'll never see anything like that again. But it unfortunately it does happen. These are high-end athletes pushing their body to the limits, and I just think the heroes who dealt with that and kept him with us effectively and saved his life. It's just so grateful that it's ended up the way that it has so far and not the other way. So yeah, thoughts with Eriksen and Denmark. I mean, having to play that game last night, apparently Eriksen told them to go and play it, but what a horrible situation, mentally. As I said, these footballers are on the limit of physique and mentality, and you drop off a little bit and your opposition will beat you. How do Denmark players emotionally drained like that go and play a football match? And they did. So I hope Denmark can reform mentally over the next few days and end up having a good tournament, because a lot of people quite fancied them to have a good tournament, didn't they? Anyway, back towards the England game. It is 15 minutes away from kickoff. As you can see, we've got our Paddy Power fan park. Thanks to Paddy Power for that. If you're on the Paddy Power channel as well, make sure you subscribe. If you're not, subscribe bottom right hand corner through the That's Football video description. We've got interviews with Teddy Sheringham coming up next week. We've already got the Paul Ince one on there. Tuchel would win it with England, says Harry B. Let's have a look. Let me just come back here. So yeah, you can see the fan park. It's filling up. That's the Shard in the background. James Lockhart says, Robbie gone and signed up your best talent with Flex. Oh. You know when you read a super chat and you really just brings the mood down. Thanks for that. Thanks for that, James. I really wish I hadn't noticed that one. Robbie signing up your best talent with Flex. Well, I think on social media there's a lot of people just, trying to make something out of nothing with all this. I mean, I didn't want Flex to leave the United stand. We made that very, very clear. I knew he was going to go off and do stuff with Robbie on his channel. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not about anything, it is what it is. People move on and go and do their things. Good luck to them. Robbie's Flex's cousin. No, he's not. Robbie's Flex's uncle. Like, does it surprise me that they're off doing stuff together on the Euros? No, it doesn't. Best of luck to them. Crack on. That's the way it is. I don't know why people want to see a drama about anything. It's, there's nothing we could do about that. He's gone to work with him. And it's a family thing, isn't it? Whatever. Good luck to them. As long as you're mates, nothing matters, says Shub. Exactly, yeah. You move on. People love drama, they do. Well, hopefully we're going to get some really good drama today. I don't know what I'm saying tonight. It's afternoon. It's sunny. It's sunny delight. It's 2 o'clock in the UK. This game's going to kick off, and look at that. I'm getting excited about this. I think it's fantastic. Yeah, so I was meant to be down there at the Paddy Power Fan Park in London. Actually there. And I would have been there in a studio with this lot all behind me. But we had a massive problem this week because we were like, when you're in these fan parks, you've got to have the BBC commentary on. And I'm like, well, I can talk away, but if we've got BBC commentary on in the background, we're in big, big trouble. So we've had to ditch that idea for now whilst we come up with some solutions. But we have got them behind me, which is fantastic. So we should be seeing some good reactions. Although there's a few people in green. I'm hoping that they are actually England fans, because if they're in green, yeah, there's a few white tops in there, but I can see a lot of green. It's worrying me a little bit. They might not be supporting us. Congratulations, Mark, says Ollie Jenks, on a successful year, and thanks for all you do. What are your thoughts on Ming starting? White has less pressure on him and is more stable, says Ollie Jenks. Mark, can coaches in the Premier League positions coach national teams? Yes, they can, Harry B. Could they be fake fans? We'll find out when things happen. Well, when we will find out is if Croatia score and them lot start going, yeah, maybe they're supporting Croatia. We'll have to see. We might have walked into a trap here with Paddy Power. You never know. But no, it's great to have them on these watch-alongs for the England games, and it's not, it's nice. It's nice to have that sort of live fan feed of fans in there. We've never done it before, and I think it's fantastic. So make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner, and smash a like on the video. Sean Dyke, you faked your tears. Mate, come on. Can we just grow up a little bit, please? A young lad died on Friday, and I was on a stream and, was very cut up about it. I mean, I don't cry, so how I could fake it, this is the, let's not get involved in that. England are playing a game of football. There's some sad people out there, isn't there? Come on, England, says Samir, and I have a feeling Southgate's going to bottle it. I've gone with a draw today. 1-1. I do think it will be a tougher game than people think. People say you're being a bit miserable about England. I'm not being miserable, I'm being realistic. And therefore, by being realistic, if we actually go and win the game, my expectation and happiness goes up, doesn't it? I've been in this situation many times with England going into a major tournament, and many times you end up getting let down. And I think Croatia are a good team. I don't know why. I actually don't know. Arito says, apologise for a stupid question, but what is the atmosphere like in a fan park as opposed to a stadium? Haven't been in either, but which do you prefer? I suppose more beer might help balance scale. Well, I mean, I've been in fan parks, but I used to watch, like when I was in my younger days, we'd head into town and we'd go to these pubs, and I'm sure many people have been to them, like these super pubs in town where you'd have like 300 people watching the match. Brilliant atmosphere, and as you say, you can have a beer, so it's fantastic. But nothing actually beats being at a match. You can't beat that. Nothing beats being at a match itself. But yeah, it's great atmosphere. How come you never get mainstream coaches coach international, or is it too hectic for them, like Pep Klopp? How it really works is Harry B. I don't. I don't really have a lot of interest in sitting down and having a chat with Gareth Southgate or Ole Gunnar Solskjaer or Pep Guardiola, because they're not going to have the same chat that we have, are they? You know, if I said to them, you know, why'd you pick McFred? They're no good. Well, you know, they're not going to let that question be asked, really. You know, I think the great thing about fan opinion is that you can actually ask and discuss the things that mainstream media never will. Mark, don't bite on the trolls. They're sorry, pathetic, insignificant creatures when it comes down to it, says Chris. And stopping Modric is, yeah, I mean, Daniel says stopping Modric is key. I don't understand why people think that Croatia are a bad side, because all right, they're getting on a bit, but look at if you look at their results recently, I mean, look, there is a bit to be hopeful of. Let's have a look at Croatia's. I know I mentioned it on my preview. They lost to Belgium last week 1-0. They drew with Armenia. They beat Malta. They drew with. They only beat Cyprus 1-0. They lost to Slovenia. They lost to Portugal. They lost to Sweden. They lost to France. So they've not been on a very good run. And yeah, you know, Croatia are not the team they were. They've been beaten. I mean, Portugal beat them 4-1 last year. France beat them 4-2. So look, yeah, there's a vulnerability to Croatia. Of course there are. But, you know, some teams just work their way up to a tournament. Some teams do just do that. And I think that Jordan Gunn says England are my second team. Welcome. Bill says I don't see England winning this game. Well, let's hope they do. England are the best, says Jensen Xbox. But I just think that with Croatia, you've got people saying, oh, you know, you're not going to win, you know, that they're easy pickings, this, that, and the other. Kovacic is a fantastic midfielder. Modric is fantastic. Perisic, all right, he's getting on a bit, but he's still a very, very good player. Rebic has had a very good season. So. And the rest of their players, they don't play for Macclesfield Town. They're all good players, and I think they're very experienced players, and they're the sort of team that could come to this tournament and go to the semi-finals again. Well, they won't win it, of course they won't win it, but they could go to the semi-finals again, and that in itself is quite a dangerous thing for England. Are they an ageing team? Yes, they are, but I think Belgium are as well. So I think that. It's a bit of a dangerous game, Croatia. It wouldn't surprise me if they were good. On the other hand, maybe they aren't the team they were. But I certainly don't think England ever, especially not under Southgate, should be thinking we're going to roll into Wembley and just dispatch Croatia quite comfortably. Up at the crack of dawn here in America to support the home country. Think my family are the only Brits in Wisconsin, says Joel. Good stuff. Good to hear, Joel. Are there any players you think if they retired now could become Premier League legends? Maybe Kane or Salah? I speak only facts. Yeah, I think Harry Kane will go into the Premier League Hall of Fame, definitely. You know, De Bruyne will. There's quite a few at the moment that will, actually, when you think about it. Mark, it's been a tough week. Thank you for being there for the United Stand and That's Football community. Looking forward to the Euros together, says Frank. Yeah, we have got every game as a watch-along today as well on That's Football. So if you're on That's Football, make sure you subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. I've just covered my face up there. So I'm doing 8 o'clock with Craig. It's going to be fun. I'm going to have a beer this afternoon at 8 o'clock tonight. Craig and me on the Holland game. That will be good banter. Obviously, we've got North Macedonia against Austria. I think it's Beth and Kev on that one. And yeah, looking forward to it. We're only 5 minutes away from kickoff now. It's flown by, the chat. Absolutely fantastic. It's absolutely flown by. Let's have another look at how it's building up there. Look, they've all got their seats. They're all ready to go. They're clapping them out. Look, there they are. Look, we're all clapping them. There we go. They're clapping. Are they clapping Croatia or are they clapping England? I can see an England top. He's got one at the back. Look. Wavers. Wave, mate. No. He's not waving. But they're all there. They're all facing our way as well, which is good. Here he is. Up. No, he's not acknowledging us. Yeah, he is up. Red top. Look. There we go. Come on, England. Good. Good. So the players are coming onto pitch. But they've got football coming. I'd love to put footballs coming home on as well, but we'd get in trouble. That's the Shard in the background, that big thing. So that's London Town. That's the Paddy Power Fan Park in London. What a beautiful day. I tell you what, I bet one of the days we do this, and hopefully we'll be doing 4 or 5 England games like this, but if we don't get out the group stage, we're only going to do 2 more. There'll be one day where it's cloudy and raining, and that'll be quite empty, so enjoy that. Here we go. Look, he's on. Hey up, mate. He's put his face on. There we go. We knew we'd get one. Anyway, come back to there. Croatia's going to win. He's cameoed in front of 13,000 people. How does Shaw and Grealish not start today, says Salah Ahmed? I don't know. I'm stunned. I'm stunned. Actually, I'm not stunned. Why would I be stunned? It's Gareth Southgate. It's Gareth Southgate. He's in charge. The Croatians are doing their national anthem. I'm just getting the timer ready here. Ricky says, I can't believe he's picked a right back at left back when we've got two tremendous left back. I'm just messing back and saying no sense. Makes no sense, mate. Makes no sense at all. Let's get this ready. Oh, I'm pumped. I'm pumped. There's something about England in a major tournament, and I think it's a historical thing for me. There's something about England in a historical tournament that just gets you going way more than, you know, Man United against Norwich on a Saturday afternoon. And United are way more important to me than England, but the just tournament football, it's just, as I say, it's like a bubble, isn't it? You get into this bubble with tournament football, yeah, it's just massively exciting. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I hope you are as well. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner. I'm not too sure why Trippier is at left back, says Lee Dunn. Come on England, says Jensen Xbox. Why is Grealish not playing, says ST. I'll be taking the knee at home, says Nick. And England are my second team. We've had that one before. So yes. Let's get this party started. I mean, what am I looking forward for from the game? I don't know. I just don't know. It's so difficult. It's really difficult because I just don't know what to expect with England. It's really difficult to know. Wembley looks good though. There's, look, Wembley's a massive ground, and when you've only got 25% in there, it can be, it can look a little bit short, but. I recently got stoked after streaming, says Mr. Eshu. And have you heard anything about Sancho? Is United moved closer to Shravan? I'm not thinking about Sancho at the moment. What's your score predictions, though, everybody? Let us know. Trippier is at left back if you're just tuning in. Mings, Stones, Walker, the back four with Pickford in goal. Rice and Phillips in the midfield. Mount, Sterling, Foden and Kane. No Jack Grealish. No Jack Grealish for England, and no Luke Shaw for England either, which is a little bit surprising, but we're about to kick off here. Oh yes, let's go. Let's get it on. Let's go to the crowd. Come on, crowd. Come on in. Let's be having you. I feel like I'm sat with them. Come on, the lads. I could be sat with them. Where's my pints? I pretend that I'm there. I'm not going to keep it like this on the screen because that makes no sense. We'll go back to this one. Cut. No, not there. We're not United stand. Forget that for 2 months. Where do you want to be? You want to be here. That's what we want to be. There's Figo, look. Roberto Carlos. Who's the one in the middle? Why didn't I know the one in the middle there? Roberto Carlos, Figo. Who was the one in the middle? It's got me vexed, that is. Right, we're about to kick off here. Let's go. England are in white. All in white today. Let's go England, says Kellen. Let's see how we go. I'll start the clock when it starts. England players take the knee. Tournament about to kick off. And it's off. England are off. Up and running here. You can see the crowd. They're loving it. They're loving it like that. And England hit a long ball towards Harry Kane straight away. 4-1 England, or it's going to be a draw, says Parr. Quite a contrast. Quite a contrast there. Are you allowed to show the actual game, says Peter Benson? Nope. And the match on is on YouTube. It seems live as well. And I was kidding about taking the knee. Okay. Are you allowed to show? Okay. Okay, let's come back to this one. Here we go. Let's start strong. Well, I think the players that I'm sort of most looking, Trippier at right back, left back, a right-footed left back. It's going to wind me up the whole game, but we are actually playing a back four, so there's no hidden back five thing from Southgate where he puts Trippier at right back, Kyle Walker at right centre back, and maybe plays Foden left wing back. We are playing a back four, and it is Trippier who's playing at left back, which is just weird. Absolutely weird. But I think for people like Phillips, it's a really big game. Sterling's playing to the left, by the way, and Foden's playing off the right. I actually prefer Foden off the left, but, you know, Sterling has obviously pulled rank there in Southgate's mind, and he's put him there. But this is a player that I think's really interesting. Phillips. I don't think he's that good. I think he's a brilliant player for Leeds, but I don't think he's international class. So it's a real opportunity for Phillips to show, you know, maybe be a breakout player of the tournament. Maybe. We'll see. Are you going to do any F1s after the Euros, says Daniel O'Brien? I don't know, mate. I do love F1, but I don't get to watch it much. This is the... People saying, what's that on your left? This is the fan park in London. Paddy Power fan park in London. So we've got a live stream in there. So hopefully when there's big moments, you will see those big moments happening as well. Let's hope for some goals, Mark, says Advath. Good morning from the USA. Excited for this England game. I love the jersey you're wearing. Hope to see good positive football from the Three Lions, says Vignesh Ram. So there's people there, look, starting to get on the phone and things. They probably don't realise that they're on. Let's go there. England here into Mount to Trippier. All right foot, look. All right foot. Good ball, but all right foot because he's right-footed. Everything's going to happen off his right foot. Right-footed left-back. Who'd have thought England would take two of the best left-backs in the Premier League and play a right-back at left-back in 2021? A right-back at left-back in 2021. Who would have thought? Is it true that Sancho is not even on the bench? It is true, Salah. I've got no idea why Sancho is not on the bench, by the way. But there you go. Yeah, they've tightened in on this camera angle for some reason. I don't know why they've done that. So Croatia just knocking it about a bit. Croatia having a bit of the ball here. Oh, they're moving the camera around for you there, look, so you can see. Which is good. Here's Modric. Now, what I don't want to see from England through this tournament is giving up the possession. Perisic. I've always been a big fan of Perisic. He's coming towards the end of his career now. Referee. Modric. What's going on here then? Ref's got involved in the play. There's this new rule now. He's got to give the ball back. So Craig's on at 8 o'clock, Lena, with me for the Holland game. He's not invited on the England game. I know I was on for the Wales game yesterday with Jordan winding him up, but I don't let people come and wind me up for England. No. I'm not being sat on a split screen with somebody who doesn't like England. No, not having that. No way. There'll be enough of you in the chat to ignore. But yeah, I don't want to see England giving up loads of possession, which is something I've seen all my life. Technically, we're good enough to have 50% possession. There's two keepers on the bench. Why would you do that, Salah Ahmed? I don't know. I mean, apparently Sancho hasn't got an injury and Chilwell hasn't got an injury, but why would you not put them on the bench? I don't know. Seems a little bit weird to me, but there you go. Tom says he's Scouse, not English. Well, it must be boring for you then, Tom. Can't you just get behind your team? Here's Foden into the box. Foden! Oh, he's hit the post! Foden's hit the post! I can't believe it. He's hit the post with his left foot into the box. Keeper was beaten. It should be 1-0 to England, and Foden opens up this tournament in the first 5 minutes with a shot onto the post. He's hitting wood like a carpenter. Chris Wood? Did you say something about Chris Wood? No, I didn't, Sean. You're not welcome. Although you are English, we will get your thoughts in a bit. But I didn't say Chris Wood. I said he's hitting Wood. There's only one bit of wood. Chris Wood. Well, Foden's hit Wood. He'd never be able to beat up Chris Wood. I didn't say it, Chris Wood. Anyway, good start for England there. The threat of the quality of Phil Foden evident there. What a crap ball by Kyle Walker. Well, good start by England. Ackerman says, I can't believe Reece James isn't starting. England looking poor as usual, says Chris Sutherland. Nice ball over the top for Raheem Sterling. He's not going to keep that in. At least, you know what? I just want to say, I do get things wrong. Some people say I get things wrong more than most. But let's just watch this chance by England, then I'll come back to what I was going to say. And it's the Man City connection. It's Raheem Sterling. They end up within a 2v2. And he gets onto that left foot. Poor defending, really. You know, poor defending by the Croatian because he should know about Foden's left foot. He makes a right mistake. I think, actually, he gets a bit of a deflection because the keeper seems to have it covered. I think it goes off his toe. Onto the post, inside of the post as well. It could have been one of those ones where it hits. One of them ones. One of them ones where it hits the post and then hits the keeper's head and goes in. It could have been that. It was very close to being that, but it's not that. That's not what happens. I am reading this chat, Sean Dyche, which is why I did the impression. England are going to get destroyed by Modric, says YBF. Well, I think Modric has started off very well. You've got to be careful of Modric, of course, but. What I was going to say is that we have just hit the post, which is a good thing. Here's Mason Mount in the corner. Good start to the game, though. Good. Probably out of all the games I've watched so far, this game's probably got the quickest tempo, and it's going to be a hot day as well. So I think substitution is going to be really important. Mason Mount into Harry Kane, into the box. Sterling's in. It's got to be a goal. He's missed it. He's got a corner. Raheem. What should he do better here? It's good play. Mount, little flick by Kane. He's probably just about offside, but we'll still get the corner. Yeah, he's miskicked it, Raheem. He's got to do something there. And he's bloody... What's he doing there? Is he kicking thin air or is he trying to do a skill move? Just shoot, mate. Corner. Rashford scores that, says Jack. Corner coming in here for England. It's a hectic start. Why is the camera on that guy in green? I don't trust him. I don't think he's an England fan. Cross comes in. Headed away. Oh, shot! Shot, not shit. Shot. Keeper save again. Come on. I think them people in green are England fans. He's not in the front. He's not an England fan. He's way too relaxed. I keep going back to the wrong one. So England with another shot there. We've not seen the replay of that, but it was a good save. And England have had 2 shots on goal in the first few minutes. Good start. Here's Mount. Sterling. Technical. What I like about this England front four is that Harry Kane, as we know, he's got goals, but he's got assists in him. Raheem Sterling, Phil Foden, very used to the tiki-taka way of Pep. And Mason Mount's just won a Champions League. So we've got that, I would have started Grealish, but I can't say anything negative about that front four, really, because it's technical. Rashford, is he technical? I think he's more flair, maybe last half an hour sort of player. Grealish, I would have started, but you can't. It was Phillips with the shot. Decent shot. I mean, it's a routine save for the keeper, but it's going through a crowd. Going through the crowd. Oh, cross comes in again. We've got him on the ropes a little bit here. That shot by Kelvin Phillips went through the crowd like a bodyguard. Just went through. No shit taken. And Phillips has started off quite well. Oh, there you go. You can see the Shard again now. Let me show you that back. So this is the fan park in London. The Shard's in the background. Beautiful day. They're all behind me. Fan Park, London, Paddy Park as they call it there. Hopefully lots of England fans that we're going to see celebrating very, very soon. Come on, England. We've got this, says Thames. It's a good start. Good high tempo in the first 10 minutes. It's flying by, which is good to see. Croatia's problem is scoring goals. This is the Phillips shot, straight through the crowd. That could have deflected anywhere. The Foden shot could have deflected anywhere. The Phillips shot could have deflected anywhere. Bit unlucky not to be 1-0 up here, England. Keep the ball away from Mings. But what I was going to say about Croatia is, good team, but I do wonder whether they've got... whether they're a little bit lightweight up front in relation to chance creation. Let's see how that goes. But and also, I think their defence is getting on a bit. Here's Foden again in the box. Get on your left foot. Lay it off. Oh, Phil. That needed to go in front of Mount and he had a shot. He still got it, Mount, but I just needed to just go a little bit in front of him. Fast-paced game at the moment, though. England have obviously been told to go out there and start fast. And let's not forget, this England team is better than the team that got to the semi-final. The semi-final England team, somebody tell me the semi-final England team against Croatia, because I know it had Lingard and Dele Alli in it, so we're better. Foden and Mount are better than those two. What was the England team in that game? We're playing well here, says Archie. Please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. If you're watching on this stream, watch. I've got 2 streams on the go here. We actually are live on the Paddy Power stream as well. Let's see how everyone's going over there. How is winning... Oh, they're talking about cricket. Ange is talking about cricket. Do you think we're living in a simulation, Ali? No. And absolute dedication providing coverage for the game legends. Thank you, says Dovey. I'd love to be in that fan park, but, you know, I knew people would want to watch along. Mings is crap, says Jordan. I don't think many people are going to have much to say the other way about that. Mark's got his hair back. I was worried yesterday he seemed to look bald. How can you look bald? I've always had a good full head of hair. What are you on about? I'd like to tell you what I'd like to be them though. I'm sat in under lights. They're sat in the sun with a beer. But a good start by England this. Certainly not massively worried about Croatia in this first 12 minutes. I think we've been the better side. We just need to push on. And I think ultimately our bench is stronger as well. I don't think Croatia have got much on their bench. They have. They've got players, but I don't think their quality on their bench is that good. And they don't seem to be able to make the ball stick up front at the moment either. England are picking them off and winning the ball back a lot. And I'm happy about that because I think the first few minutes it looked like Croatia might get their foot on the ball. Bit of possession. England clearly being told not to let that happen. Don't let the possession. Just rest with them. Go and get the ball. And that's been good. Can you get Fan Park in for other games? I don't know. We might be able to. I don't know. I know we're doing it for the England one. This is England's game to win, says Ellie. 10 minutes in and this game is already screaming out for a left-back to overlap. Wish England had a left-footed left-back, says Billy. You know what? I'm going to tweet that, Billy, because I think you're absolutely spot on. Stones takes it back to the keeper. Yeah, I mean, I think that she don't look happy. I think that I just think how many top teams put a right back at left back in the modern game. Like you know, you can have a right-footed left-sided centre-back, but a right-footed left-back, it's ridiculous. It's stupid. It's round. It's square pegs in round holes again, isn't it? It makes no sense to me. But there you go. You shouldn't do it, and especially when you've got a left back in Luke Shaw or Ben Chilwell who can play there, and you know they both like to bomb forward. But having said that, it's still been a good start by England. We're getting the ball down. Mason Mount's been busy. Foden's been busy. I'd like Foden to tuck in a little bit more. He's playing out and out as a right winger at the moment, but Mount's been very busy. I'm a big fan of Mason Mount. I wasn't a year ago, but I think I get what he's all about this season. He's been fantastic. Good pressure there. We've got Croatia penned in a bit here, and it's Harry Kane. And England win the free kick. England win the free kick there. Calvin Phillips wins the free kick. I thought they were going to give it on Brozovic, and they've given it on Phillips. Probably shooting distance. Is this where Trippier steps forward and shuts everybody up? No, he doesn't, because he should be playing at right back. That's where he should be playing. It's got Trippier vibes, and it was against Croatia 3 years ago in the World Cup semi-final. He's a bit far out here. But I don't know whether this keeper looks confident. It's too far out. That's too far out. You want to be on that lighter green bit of grass. You can't shoot from there. Other watch-alongs today. Yes, we are doing North Macedonia against Austria, so make sure you tune in with Beth and Kev. Little bit of a flick over the top. Harry Kane doesn't grab hold of it. Ends up wide. Should he have done better? He would have been offside as well. He would have been offside. Probably should have done a little bit better, but he was offside anyway. Let's have a look at it again from a different angle. On your head. No, he's nowhere near it. Rebic has done a job on him, but he was offside anyway. That's the end of that. Yes, and 8 o'clock tonight, I'm doing Holland with Craig. It's going to be a good old laugh. Also, as well, if you are on Goldbridge, if you know that I'm on Twitch, Goldbridge TV, my first Euros rap show is tonight. So over the Euros, I'm going to be doing like a just chatting Euros rap show. I'm not rapping on there. It's not like Kalidou Koulibaly, pockets for Mino and Vardy. And he's not even in the Euros because he plays for Senegal. So 11 o'clock tonight on Goldbridge TV, Twitch. I'll be tweeting it out and stuff. Just an hour chat about the Euros so far. Some of the things that have happened. I'm sure we're talking about some of the more serious things that have happened as well. The teams we've seen so far. So we're going to be doing a few of those. So looking forward to that as well. But enjoying this match so far. Nearly 20 minutes gone. England, I think, have been impressive. I think that there was a lot of negativity about the team. I didn't like the team he picked, but also there was parts of the team that I knew could work. And I think the front four and the midfield can work. I mean, Phillips has done all right in this game, to be fair. I would have started Bellingham, but he's made another good tackle. That was a foul. The keeper makes a save. Phillips looks up for it, which is a positive. And the front four, to be fair, it's quite technical. I would have started Grealish, but it's not the end of the world. It's just the left foot. It's the left back situation that for me, we're a good team, but we could be better, if you know what I mean. And I think that's my issue with this team today. It's a good team, but it could be better with more balance. Phillips is looking good. Lots of people giving a shout out for Calvin Phillips. And here's a good interception. Mason Mount again. He's had a good start. Lively. Mason Mount. Overlap. See, comes onto his right foot. Trippier. Bloody left. That's the bloody problem. Mount overlapping Trippier. Luke Shaw whips in a first time cross. Trippier cuts back on his fucking right foot because he's not left footed. Southgate don't need Manscaped because he got no balls, says Nitram. And it's coming home, says Matt W. And that's it. Trippier's not a bad player, but that's the prime example of why people have a left footed left back and not a right-footed left-back. Lovely ball by Mason Mount into the path of the overlapping left-back, but because he's right-footed, he can't cross it. He cuts back onto his right. Nice little ball over the top. Sterling. He's in the box. He chips it. Ah. We're getting it. I tell you what, this Croatian defence, it's like a bag of cement. You can just dink it over the top and they're struggling. They've got no pace. They're on a saga holiday. OAPs. They got no pace. But he's been in a couple of times now, Jonathan. And actually, I've got to say, I was going to say this before. I was saying to play Grealish, Mount and Foden behind Kane. And somebody said, but then you've got no pace to make the run over the top. And it's right. We've seen that a few times today. Sterling's pace to break behind is a good option to have. And, you know, obviously Rashford could do that as well. Would Grealish or Foden or Mount be able to do that? Well, they might be able to do it, but they're not as quick, are they? What do I think of Turkish chances making it out of the group? I think it will all come down to the game against Italy. No, they've already lost them. Wales and Switzerland. It's between them three, really, isn't it? But look at him. He's got his top off in the background and he's got a wig on. That's the Paddy Power fan park in London. And hopefully we're going to get to see them do... I mean, imagine if it's 0-0 and nothing happens. You know, we've got to see a bit of celebration. "20 minutes gone, though. It's been a good start by England." Rice has been a bit non-existent. You know what, Camyar? I'm not going to lie. I think you're right. He has been a bit quiet, Declan Rice, and it's not like he's having to do a lot of defensive work, but maybe he's been quiet because there's not a lot going on around him. You know, in a way, I think that's a positive thing that he's quiet because, you know, do you want him to be busy? Not really. But Croatia have done nothing. I don't think Pickford's been tested yet. So long may that continue. Just reading somebody on Twitter here, says watching Mountain, 4-4 Jordan says watching Mountain Foden in the same team after years of England's obsession with workhorses is such a beautiful sight. Unbelievable players. And let's not forget, you've got someone like Jack Grealish who can come into that equation as well. Teams play each other once or twice in each group, says Anch. Once. Should be 3-0, says Shirk. Maybe Southgate just wants someone who can take penalties, says Harry. What is Trippier doing? Southgate out. Thanks for that, Harry. Is there actually any reason Sancho isn't selected, says Tyler? I've not heard anything. I heard something that there aren't any injuries. It's about balance. So no Sancho or Chilwell. But I'm sure Ben White's on the bloody bench, isn't he? So that doesn't make any sense. There must be some reason why there's no Sancho or Chilwell. I mean, you know. But Croatia having a little bit of the ball now. Nice ball into Modric. That's a foul. Oh, he's not giving it. Tell you what, this ref's very pro-England. I mean, I don't think Modric is the sort of player to go down, and I thought that was a foul, but ref says play on. So, interesting. Sancho won't have left the England squad to have a medical. Southgate might be pissed off at him because there's stuff going on with United, but he won't have left. He won't have left for that. The ref is bad. I mean, he's good from an English point of view. Croatia just having a little bit of the ball here. Of course, international football. Oh, it's a good cross that. Well done by Mings. International football. It's you got to when you're on top, you got to get your goal. It's 0-0 at the moment, and England, whilst they've had the better first 20 minutes, it's 0-0. Croatia, at some point, will create a chance. But remember, England will play most of their games at Wembley if they win this group. All of their group games, Scotland on Friday, Croatia the following Tuesday, all at Wembley. And then if we were to win the group, we would play either probably France, Germany or Portugal, whoever comes second in that group at Wembley. And then if we were to win that, quarter-final would be Rome, but semi-final and final would be Wembley. So, you know, basically every game at Wembley, which would be interesting. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right hand corner. And also, if you're on That's Football, please click the link in the video description and subscribe to Paddy Power. I've got an interview on there with Paul Ince. Got one coming up with Teddy Sheringham as well. And of course, we're working with Paddy Power on the England Watchalongs with the fan park, which you can see next to me there. We've not had a goal yet, but that is a live feed to the Paddy Power fan park. And hopefully we're going to get some moments. It's great. It's great to actually have that there. Something a little bit different. I can show you the whole screen here as well. There we go. At times it zooms in and it zooms out, so you will see things like the shard and everything. But there they all are. Look, they're getting hot. It's hot there. You should all have a hat on and sun cream. and hydrate yourself. Sterling goes for a ridiculous shot from the edge of the box there. I would have scored that. But hopefully they're being safe in the sun. Kyle Walker's got a mistake in him. What do you think about Kyle Walker? What does everyone else think about Kyle Walker? I mean, for me, he's rapid. He's so fast. He can make a mistake and cover it. And we're never going to get done with the ball over the top with Kyle Walker. So you should be able to play a higher line. But nice ball area. Tyrone Mings does well. He did very well there. But then gives the ball away. I suppose that's Tyrone Mings, isn't it? He can do some good things and then he ruins it. Strong and quick, but then gives the ball away. I mean, he's a steady left back. He's not an international left back, centre back, is he really? Oh, Trippier's been done on the right hand side. Cross comes in, and half a chance there. Half a chance. Trippier got done on the right hand side. Cross came in. Perisic doesn't catch hold of it that well. Luke Shaw wouldn't have got skinned there. Get Luke Shaw on. Who do you think's the best England right back? I don't think it's Kyle Walker. I don't. I think it's. I don't think it's Kyle Walker. Thanks everyone who's subscribing. By the way, bottom right hand corner, we are doing every Euros watch along today. Obviously, the England games are the most important, and we have got the fan park there, which we've got the live stream in from Paddy Power. Big up to them working with us on it today. Yeah, I'm doing Holland tonight at 8 o'clock, which I'm looking forward to. Going to do that with Craig on a split screen. Busy day today, lots going on. But England, just having a bit of a breather in the sun, I suppose. Applying a bit of sun cream. Good first 20 minutes, but gone a little bit quiet in the last few minutes. Croatia, I wouldn't say they're coming back into the game. I mean, somebody just said there, what's your percentage mark? So the Goldbridge percentage mark is basically... at any time in the game, I might say what the percentage is I think that someone's going to score next. So what's the percentage that Croatia are going to score against England? I'd say at the moment, I'd be 65% England are going to score the next goal, 35% Croatia. So that's where the swing is at the moment. I suppose it's a bit of a swingometer, an in-game goldometer. I'm going to call it the goldometer. Yeah, 35% chance Croatia score the next goal. England, I'd say 65%. So we're ahead at the moment. Advaz says 75% towards England. No, I don't think it's that much. I think 75% is quite big. Croatia's starting to come back into this a little bit at the moment as well. So cross to the back post, goal kick. Goal kick England. We've got nearly 20,000 people watching on That's Football and about 350 watching on Paddy Power as well. Paddy Power YouTube channel. Let me give them a shout out. I'm not ignoring that group, Danny. I've got both the chats going. England can't win, says Zul. Well, they can. They can score a goal. Jordan says Reece James should be playing over Kyle Walker. Reece Kane over the last few Man City versus Chelsea fixtures. Franklin says it's boring. This has been a decent game, says Liam Talks Motorsport. I personally think that this has probably been the best first half an hour of all the Euros games so far, because Italy-Turkey was a bit dull. Italy-Turkey was a bit dull in the first half. Wales-Switzerland was a bit dull. And there you go. Look, Phillips wants to play the ball into Trippier, but he's just not making the run like a natural left-footed left-back. I didn't watch Belgium, so if Belgium was a good game, then no, it was Walker who played the ball. Actually, I don't think Kyle Walker made a mistake there. I think that was because Trippier's not a left-footed left back. There you go, the fan part. There he is with his hair out again. Cameraman's doing his job, isn't he? Cameraman's look at all these beers. It might be apple juice. Yeah, look at him. He's going to go and have a sip of his beer now. Man at Next. Bet he got that shirt from Next. Yeah, look at him. That was a good joke. He's not really interested. We'll go to the crowd scene when it gets a little bit boring. I used to do that at school. Me and my mate used to sit there at school like that in the corner, and we'd pick on two people on the other side of the class. They wouldn't know. they'd be chatting away, and he'd do the voice and I'd do the voice. You can pass ages doing that. Ages of time doing that. Yeah, the game has gone a little bit flat here. We needed one of those chances to go in, the Foden chance or the Phillips chance, and they could have gone in. You know, they could have gone in. Phillips shooting through a crowd, that could have deflected in. Foden's one hit the post, that could have hit the goalkeeper's head and been a comedy goal gone in. So a little bit unlucky, but I think the problem with that is that's in an international football you want to go 1-0 ahead there, because what's happened is it's 0-0. Croatia have done the whole grow into the game thing, which you don't want to happen, and it is hot and players are going to get tired. But I'll tell you what, Declan Rice has been quiet today. I will admit that. Declan Rice has been a bit quiet. And here's Kovacic running in. Perisic keeps it in. Does well. Declan Rice there, been a bit quiet, but just clearing the danger. Good stuff, Declan. Bit of a breather. I mean, substitutions will be important, and you do think a tired Croatian defence with Marcus Rashford running at it full pelt could be quite an exciting thing in the second half. Jude Bellingham breaking from the midfield maybe. Jack Grealish, give and go. So it might work out quite well. Maybe Luke Shaw could come on as left back. Give us a bit of balance. Seth says Phillips is looking good. Could be a decent signing for United. I'm not so sure about that. He is from Leeds, and I don't know where his loyalty would lie in relation to that. Oh, let's just go full screen here so you can see the Shard. Look at that. Beautiful Shard in London. That's what it is in the background. London Town. Paddy Power fan park for the Euros. Lovely. It's a beautiful day. I feel like being Bono. It's a beautiful day. So let it get away. It's a beautiful day. And he's Irish, which I'm sure Paddy Power will appreciate. I did that for free. Croatia just knocked the ball out for a throw-in. What you don't have, you don't need it now. Ricky's at the game. He's just sent me a picture. I predicted a 1-1 draw. What did everyone else predict? Don't lie now that the game's kicked off. What did you predict? Getting a bit. I'm not. The group. Oh, lovely takedown by Foden. Like Michael Jordan, that was. When he was good, not now. He's probably not as good at catching now, but he took it down like a magnet on that left foot. Like a young Juan Mata. Look at that. Oh, delightful. Reminds me of me, that. Beautiful. Magnet boot. He could close a fridge with that boot. Magnetic. We're not far off 20,000 people watching, so please share the video if you're watching. There's a share button. Share it on your Twitter and your Facebook. Make sure you subscribe. The start of the Euros, loads of watch-alongs to get involved in. All about the chat as ever. I'm not doing watch-alongs for Copa America, no. Here's Modric, though. You've got to be careful. Got to be careful of him. Good play by Kyle Walker. How are we feeling, everybody? I'm just putting a tweet out here that could bang massively if I get it right. Just looking on Twitter there, Alex Goldberg, who's going to be doing the Italy game with me on Wednesday, just saying there's got to be a way to get Foden more into the game. I think he's a little bit isolated out on the right-hand side. I'd like to see him tucking in a little bit more. And we've got a little bit careful of Modric. He is just running the show a little bit at the moment. But good pressing from England here. And that's one thing that with Mount and Foden and Sterling, they're very good at pressing. I'm not worried that England are going to lose this game, but I think we might miss an opportunity to get 3 points if we don't just keep that intensity up. You've got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. Come on. Come on. Wouldn't it be interesting, Harry Maguire? When do you think Harry Maguire will be back? I wouldn't bother bringing Harry Maguire back for the Scotland game. That could be more dangerous than you think, really, because Mings can play against Scotland, but it'd be nice to get Harry back for the Czech Republic game and then start building him back for the latter games, because England are going to get out of the group. I mean, bloody hell, we're going to get out of the group. We've got too many good players not to get out of the group, but it's when you get out of the group that might be the problem. Robbo says this is a bit crap. I disagree, Robbo. I disagree. I don't think it's been crap. I think we had a good first 20 minutes and it's now turned into a bit of a stalemate. So yeah. We're looking comfortable at the back. Good win back by Kyle Walker there. Let's have a look at what the crowd are thinking. Yeah, you don't need the guy in the red at the back. Look, he legged it probably back from the toilet. You don't need to run, mate. Now's the perfect time to go for a piss. They won't score. Look at the shard. It looks beautiful, doesn't it? London skyline. That looks like the Queen Vic in the background. It just reminds me of the Queen Vic, but it's way too tall. Keep expecting Phil Mitchell to come out. Get out of my pub. It's got a big cow on the side, hasn't it, or something? Is that a cow on the side of that? Oh, what's it called? The Vic. That's not the Vic, but it looks a little bit like it. Foden looks like Eminem with his hair blonde. Will the British Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up, says Joel. Mark, can you wish my friend Anurug a happy birthday? Happy birthday to your friend Anurug Kojo. Thanks for that. Ricky! Get out of my pub. He's laughing. Bottom corner. He's heard it. He knows. Come on, England. 0-0 at half time. I want to win this game now. I'm feeling more confident than I did before. I feel that we've got these for the taking. Be a big disappointment not to go and win this game now. It wouldn't be curtains. I mean, that Scotland game on Friday. Oh, Carl's Iron Brew. Made in Scotland from Girders. Scooby-Doo. It's going to be massive. I'm doing the Scotland game tomorrow, actually, as well. 2 o'clock. You can tune in for that. Be running my eye over Scotland. But that'll be a big game. Form goes out the window. Form will go out the window for that. They'll be up for that. They'll be singing Braveheart at the stop. They'll have That's all they need to do this week, the Scots. They don't need to do any training. They'll just be watching Braveheart on repeat for 3 hours every day. That's all they're going to do. And they'll be up for it. And it'll be a tough game. It'll be a tough game against Scotland. I'd love to smash them, but I think it'll be a tough game. Hey, Mark, your opinion on Rapper. Also, I think Italy might go to the finals. What do you think? Greetings from Switzerland, says Justin. I've been impressed with Italy. I'm looking forward to watching them on Wednesday night against Switzerland. I was very impressed with Italy. I mean, this is what I love about the Euros and the World Cup, because you watch all these teams, and this is what I'm going to be talking about on Twitch tonight at 11 o'clock. It's like the Euro rap show. So it'd be 11 for an hour just having a chat. And yeah, Italy's the team that's really impressed me a lot so far. I want Rashi to light up the Euros, says Prahald. Just went out onto the patio to put some bottles in the recycler and now I've burnt the soles of my feet. It's too hot, says Lloyd. Just tuned in, Mark. Why is Grealish not playing when he's clearly better than Sterling? Says thanks. Well, to be honest, I think that, I agree with you, but I also agree with the counter argument that having a little bit of pace in behind is what Sterling gives you, I suppose. But I guarantee you, if this England team does well, this will not be the team that's playing today. Seen it time and time again. You go into a tournament with a starting 11, things don't quite work right, you make a couple of changes and then you get a bit of momentum. He's got to get a left-footed left-back, whether it's Chilwell or Shaw, he's got to get a left-footed left-back in there. I think Grealish will force his way in, or Rashford will force his way in. Okay. Oh, yeah, Croatian. Good to see some Croatian fans in the crowd there, if you know. Foden is quick as Sterling. I doubt it. Doubt it. What on earth is Southgate writing down on his notepad, says Joel Morris. Naughty cameraman. I think he was a bit naughty. Please subscribe, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. Let's have a look at the... Mark, what changes would you make at half-time, says DJ Ash. And Invisible Kane. Well, probably because we're not creating many chances for him, M. Keeping an eye on both chats. Yes, I am. Liam Talks Sports. Declan signing for Chelsea, I heard, says Jordan Gunn. You never know, Mark. Tartan Army, says Liam. Nice ball over the top. Sterling. Handballed it there, didn't he? Surely. Yeah. No, he's giving the handball against Sterling. Oh no, he's giving it to us. Who's he giving what? No, it's out. It's a handball by them. It's a free kick to us. Oh, this ref loves England. And it is. He's right. It is a handball. I thought Sterling handballed it. So it's a free kick to England right on the edge of the box. Now, this is where Trippier becomes very valuable, but could be playing it right back anyway. So this is a big chance here for England with a free kick. Perfect position for Trippier. This is why he's in the team. He better bloody take the free kick. But yeah, I think Harry Kane's been a bit quiet. Would I make any changes at half-time? Nah, I think about, you make them on the hour mark. I don't think there's massive changes that need to be made. But England, here we go. Get yourself ready. This could be it. What's the crowd doing? I'm not convinced him in the sunglasses as an England fan. I think he looks Irish to me. I've got no reason to think that he is Irish, but he just looks a little bit laid back here. Look at them at the background. He's happy. Welcome to Members Club, Seng. I'm going to stay with the crowd for this one. England, free kick. No, I'm not. I'm going to go back there. Trippier. He's done it before against Croatia. Into the wall. Into the wall. He's hugging at the back like they've scored. We haven't scored. Here's Sterling in the box. Handball. Harry Kane better score a couple for my fantasy football team, says Beast. Never put England players in for goals. That hardly ever happens. Shearer 96, Lineker Italia 90, and Mexico 86. But we don't tend to score many goals in international football in tournaments, do we? We're not that sort of team. We're not. We very rarely win more than 2-0 or 1-0, do we? So I never would bother with England players for goals and assists. No. Does anybody know if we're going to get a packed Wembley at some point as well? I know they're not. I don't know whether they're going to. I think they're knocking it back from the 21st, aren't they, for 4 weeks? But they might use Wembley as a test case because the cricket did it this weekend at Edgbaston. Yeah, Harry Kane did it in 2018, didn't he? Yeah, but wasn't that because... Didn't we play somebody crap? Yeah. Do you really like it? Is a good run by Kovacic. Well read by Stones, but he wins the second ball. Kyle Walker will get that. Surely, no, he won't. He's not quick enough, which is a weird thing to say about Kyle Walker. We're very close to half-time here. 1 minute to go. England just need to switch on, and Tyrone Mings does well and wins the free kick. Lukaku has more chance of winning Ballon d'Or than your players. Do you regret selling him, says Zamiasi? No, I don't regret selling Lukaku. Because he doesn't suit the way United what we're going to play. Mark, open up a That's Football Fantasy Football League. Nope. I might do one for the new season, but I can't do one now. It started. It would be stupid. So we're about to hit the 45th minute here. And Croatia clear it. And that is half time. And I've got one thing to say. Get Luke Shaw on. Get Luke Shaw on. Get some balance into that team. We are imbalanced. We are not imposing ourselves in that game enough. First 20 minutes, I was pleased with. Second half, we need to get some balance into that team. You know, we probably should be in front, but let's be honest. Let's be honest here. If we can be honest, just let me say this. Let's get some balance in that team because, yeah, Foden's chance could have gone in, but the Phillips shot is a shot from the edge of the box that the keeper follows. If it deflects in, it's a bit lucky. The Foden shot was a good shot. That's the difference between the two sides. But possession-wise, the last 20 minutes of that half, we've let it go. We've allowed Croatia to come back into the game. The intensity dropped. He's got to get some balance into that team. It's all right having a right-footed left-back, but if he's not going to score the free kick from the edge of the box, what's the bloody point? There's a great overlap by Trippier where Mount gives it him and he cuts back on his right foot. Luke Shaw would cross it straight away. Get Luke Shaw on at left-back. That's what I would do first of all. Give him another 15 minutes and then I'd be looking at bringing in other players as well because I think that it's just gone a little bit flat. We're not creating anything for Kane. It's gone a little bit flat. And I think England really should be looking to make changes in that second half. It's going to be about how quick he makes those changes, though. But we just seem to drift a little bit. We seem to drift a little bit in the last 15 minutes. So, yeah, I would be looking to get some balance on with Luke Shaw. Everyone's having a stand up on a stretch. Yeah, me too, lads. Yeah. Oh, football, yeah. But yeah, I would get Luke Shaw on at left back and I'd give everybody else 15 minutes and then I'd be getting Grealish on, Rashford on, Bellingham on. I mean, what are 4 players to bring on? Easy draw for Croatia, says Matteo. It will be an easy draw at the moment. Declan Rice is very quiet because really he's not had a lot to do. Phillips has been very busy, but I would take Phillips off after about 65 minutes for Bellingham. I would get Sterling off for Rashford on about 65 minutes as well. I'd get Grealish on for Foden or Mount, 65 minutes. But at half time, I would get Trippier out of left back and put Luke Shaw in there because you've got to balance your team. We're not overlapping down that side. It's a creaky defence for Croatia, and we've not really exploited it enough. So I would make that change at half time and get Luke Shaw on, and then I'd be looking to bring Bellingham, Grealish, and Rashford on after that because you've got 5 subs. 5 subs is a lot of subs to have. Only noticed when it's okay. Let's have a look. Kane has been invisible so far, says DJ. Definitely needs to come on. I won't be playing Luke. I would be playing Luke Shaw and Bellingham. Adore says Walker hasn't looked on it. I'd get Shaw on and switch Trippier to right back. Walker has been very poor, error prone. Yep, I'd agree with that. Yeah, you don't have to take Trippier off. Just put him at right back. I agree. Phillips and Sterling playing well, says Bill. Ended England always boring, says Jordan Robson. Must get Grealish on. I would even bring on Bellingham. Can't stay up for the second half night, Mark. Thanks for the stream, says Jordan. And how much extra time? There won't be any extra time, YBF, because it's half time now. So there's no extra time because it's half time. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right hand corner. And if you're on the That's Football channel, please click the link in the video description and subscribe to Paddy Power, who are working with us on the England Euros games, and that's why we've got the Shard, the beautiful Shard, the blue sky, although there is a cloud. That is not a rain cloud. That is not the Albert Square next to it. It's way too tall. But that is the fan park in London, the Paddy Power fan park, where you can see all those good people enjoying the sun, not enjoying the game at the moment. So thank you very much to Paddy Power for that. And do subscribe to the Paddy Power YouTube channel. It's in the video description on That's Football. Interview with Paul Ince on there. Also got one with Teddy Sheringham coming up this week with me. So do subscribe. But yeah, I just want to see a little bit more intensity from England. Really want to see a bit more intensity. I thought the first 20 minutes, really good. Really good. And we could have easily gone 1-0 up with that Foden shot. But you know, coulda, woulda, shoulda. Let's go again. Let's make things happen. So, yeah, I'm quite happy that we've got Grealish on the bench, Rashford on the bench, Bellingham on the bench, because I think the game changes. And tournament football, it's a big tournament, and I think more than ever, you know, you pick a squad of 23. Dev says that Foden's overrated. We'll come back to that. Vignesh says, quite a positive half from England. They look like United. They are finding it hard to break a low block. Kane was a ghost, no service. Yeah, quite similar. You're right, actually. What does Southgate really see in Walker? He's just a pace merchant, says Scooby-Doo. If you took the pace of Kyle Walker, you'd have a Swindon right back, whoever that is. He's just a Swindon right back with pace. I don't think he's defensively that good. I don't think he offers a hell of a lot going forward, but his pace is ridiculous. And I think that's why Kyle Walker made a career, really. But yeah, I think that's... I don't think Foden's overrated. I think he probably works better off the left than he does off the right. How does Southgate have 2 goalkeepers on the bench and not even Sancho on the bench? Atrocious how Trippier starts over Shaw and Chilwell. I'm not even an England fan, says Jeff. I forgot what I was going to say. I had a really good point to talk about now. I forgot about it. Somebody said I've just violated Kyle Walker. I know. I do think if you took pace off him, he wouldn't be any good. I mean, at least Reece James has got other aspects to his game. At least Trippier's got, aspects to his game. Even Trent. But Walker's he is just all about pace. That's it. But yeah, I was going to talk about the rules. Thank you for just reminding me there. So I think every tournament, football, World Cup, Euros, 23-man squad, we all know that, and things change. But I think this tournament more than ever is going to be about the squad. Everybody's had a really crazy season, and you can also make 5 subs. So you used to only be able to make 3. So squad rules are going to be really, really important. And I also think that first 45 minutes isn't the 45 minutes that Southgate would have wanted. So if you do come off the bench, if you are Marcus Rashford, if you are Luke Shaw, if you are Jack Grealish, if you are Jude Bellingham, if you come off that bench and you do a good job, you can keep your place and take that momentum. And I think that, has that England team captured the imagination of the nation? No. But these things can happen. As I said, in 98, Beckham, lots of people wanted him to start. He didn't start him. He forced his way into the team. Michael Owen, the same. So this could be how it goes with England. It could be that players that don't start but work their way back into the team. And squad rules are going to be very important. So yeah. Please subscribe, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner, we've got 18,000 watching on That's Football, which is fantastic. And here he is. Look, has he got a bra on? I'm sure I saw him walk past with a bra. Why not? Why not? Lovely day. I tell you what, I'd love to be sat there just having a few beers. Be lovely, wouldn't it? But I want to... We've got a crowd. We've got a crowd for That's Football. We've got a crowd for the England game. And they're just sat there dejected at the moment, Gareth. We've got this crowd of people here waiting to go, yes! And we've not given them anything yet. Give us some more. Give us something, Gareth. Give us some entertainment. Give us a goal. And that's what we want to see. Mount and Harry... Here we go. Mount and Foden behind the striker should be unbelievably strong. Not sure how Southgate isn't making it work. Come on, Croatia, says Matt Hayes. And Mount is so smooth on the ball, says Elias. Come on, England. Mark, you're a top lad, says Triple X. Thank you very much. Well, one thing I would say. Brazil are playing Venezuela tonight at 10 o'clock. One thing I would say is that Southgate, you're talking about Mount, you're talking about Foden, you're talking about Grealish, but is Southgate and his coaches good? No. What? They're not Pep Guardiola. They're not Jurgen Klopp. They're not Tuchel. It's Gareth Southgate. Look at his career. Managed England under-21s and was it Middlesbrough? I think he got him relegated. Like, he's not... When you think about what great, technical coaches, you don't think Gareth Southgate. You don't. It's a bit like going out for a meal at a fine dining restaurant and is there anything you'd like? You're not going to think beans on toast. That's basically what's happening there. When somebody says to you, name me some really good attacking technical coaches in world football, Gareth Southgate is the beans on toast of a fine dining menu. They're not there. So... maybe that's why we're not getting the best out of Foden and Mount and everything else that we've got. But there were moments. And, I liked a couple of the runs that Sterling made over the back line. And we nearly got him in a couple of times. We've done nothing for Harry Kane, which is disappointing. But I think you're going to struggle to do something for Harry Kane when you've got Kyle Walker overlapping on the right, and I don't think he offers anything going forward really, and you've got Trippier overlapping on the left. So there's no width. There's no width to put a cross into the box for Harry Kane, which is weird because Harry Kane's the captain of the side, and therefore he's got the ear of Gareth Southgate. And if I'm Harry Kane, I'm saying, can you get Chilwell or Luke Shaw on this team because they can whip a cross in? And, you know, I know we haven't got Trent, but can we get a right back? Can you put Trippier at right back and can you put Luke Shaw at left back and get some crosses into the box? Because he's got nothing. Nothing's happening for Harry Kane in that sense. Guys, what should I do? I don't know anything. Should I bring Ben White on? He's warming up on the touchline, says Gareth Southgate. I think defensively, Gareth, we've looked quite good. I realise I'm not actually talking to Gareth Southgate, but I think defensively we've done quite well. Croatia, to me, look a little bit toothless. Bit of a basking shark up front. And yeah, so yeah, I'm not hugely concerned in that sense about the defence, apart from the fact that I think the fullbacks are not offering enough. Same problem Man United have, 2 inverted wingers, wasting Harry Kane away. Ollie can learn a thing or two from this. Get Sancho in, says Jeff, not even on the bench. Phil should be on the left or the middle. He is isolated, says Centurion 100 points, who's a City fan. His strength is when he could pick the ball and run at players. Yeah, I'm not convinced, mate, that that he is... that Foden on the right is a good idea. I don't watch enough Man City to know if he plays off the right enough, but yeah, I don't think he's a good idea. Tired Goldbridge. Well, I was out quite late last night, as I'm sure many people know. Do you think that Rice will start every game? Yes, FFG Gaming, I do. And the conversation's going so fast, says Chiddy. Sofa King says, how is Sterling in this team over Sancho? Sancho doesn't perform for England though. Does he? Doesn't. So, you know, I want Sancho to come to England, but he doesn't massively perform for England. Right. Yeah, let's hope England win so they get knocked out by France, Germany or Portugal and Rashford can get his surgery and be fit for next season, says My Big Melons. Look, that will be a very hard game for England against Germany, Portugal or France. But and look, I love international football when it's the Euros or the World Cup. Talk to me any other 11 months of the season, I'll be like, I can't stand international football. But you go into this bubble. You go into a bubble, don't you? And I am enjoying the Euros, and I want England to do well. And it's exciting when it's a knockout game. It really is. Stephen says, England suck, go Macedonia. Macedonia making their debut a little bit later on against Austria. God knows how that's going to go for them. The players we have, we should be walking this. Same old England, nothing has changed for decades, just go for it, says Mario. I think that's an interesting point from Mario, because if this was Portugal or this was France, I would have expected them to have created a few more chances against that Croatia defence. I don't think we've hurt that Croatian defence enough. I don't think that Croatian defence is that good. So I don't think we've hurt them enough. But there is still 45 minutes to go. There's a lot of subs we can make. And I think that Grealish, if he does get his chance, he's got the way Grealish is playing at the moment, I think he's got that personality and confidence that he'll come on and want to take his opportunity. And the same for Rashford and the same for Bellingham. So those 3 players could be key if he brings them on in the second half. And we do need to go and win this game. Like, we've got Scotland on Friday. Scotland on Friday is a banana skin. You know, they're going to be up for it. It could be a draw. We shouldn't lose. We could lose, but we shouldn't lose. But it could easily be a draw against Scotland because it's Iron Brew FC. They're going to be up for it. Gaddars. They're going to go for it. So this is a good chance for England to get 3 points and go, look, we've put ourselves in a strong position. We've still got 2 difficult games to go. And on that first 45 minutes, I think England have got a real opportunity to go and get the 3 points. And if I'm Southgate, I'm like, look, a draw isn't a good result because it could be a dangerous result. Let's go and win this game. They've not really got anything that's causing us any problems. Let's go and win this game. And I think key to that will be making the right substitutions. But he does need to get some width into that team. I'm looking forward to Scotland versus England on Friday, massively. We will have another one of these. The fan park in London will be there on Friday night, and at 10 o'clock at night it won't be dark. But so we might have some nice lighting in the background and stuff for that one. But the players are coming out onto the pitch. Score prediction second half. I said 1-1 before the game. I'll stick with 1-1. But I think this is probably going to end up 1-0 or 0-0 now. But I'll stick with my score from 1-1. A few people saying that Sterling's been brilliant. What's going on? Is there anyone who can tell me? Says Renew. Danny Reloaded just done a try. Iron Brew FC says Danny Reloaded. I love the 66 London England team. I'm Scottish, says Liam Talks Sports. Who do you think is going to knock out England? Well, I'm not going to start talking about that yet. I think it's a very, very big second half for England to come. No changes at half-time for England. A little bit weak from Southgate, really. I would have made the change. Macedonia title charge. Have you heard, Mark? Says Daniel Palovsky. Right, we're about to kick off the second half here. I'm going to miss the timer. Wait a minute. Let me just start it off. Referee. Let's go. Corner ref. Go. There we go. Timer's up. I want to see that fan part going, yes! Come on. That's what we're here for. If we go through this whole tournament with the bloody fan part for the England games and we get no goals, I'm going to be fuming. Bloody fuming. Bloody fuming. Getting a bit hungry I am as well. I need some fun. No subs so far from either side. So, I mean, look, I think Southgate is not as good a coach as Solskjaer, but I do acknowledge that there are similarities. He struggles to break down low blocks. He really is a little bit slow with his substitutions and probably has a higher opinion of himself than everybody else. But and also doesn't know how to get the best out of his number 9 in the big games. Harry Kane at the moment is just a little bit isolated. Stones isn't having a good game. Too many mistakes, says Tank. I think defensively we're okay, but I want more from the fullbacks. That's what I want to see. There they are. They're all back in the fan part. Look, they're all sat down. Apart from him. Look like Rory. Not Rory. It's a nice ball into Perisic here, up against Kyle Walker. He likes to put a cross in, and it goes out. Or he was offside. He was offside anyway. So Croatia starting off a little bit like... good point. Good point. Made by me. The reality is, maybe Croatia have had a bad half, and their manager's given them a rollicking, saying you're playing absolutely rubbish. Go and do better. This game needs Grealish, says Brian. We will see substitutions in the second half. If anyone wants to know who's on the England bench, I mean, I know I've mentioned Grealish and Bellingham and Rashford a lot, but Luke Shaw's on the bench, Grealish on the bench, Jordan Henderson's on the bench, Rashford's on the bench, Henderson's on the bench in relation to Dean Henderson, Connor Cody, Calvert-Lewin, Ben White, Sam Johnston, Reece James, Saka and Bellingham. So for me, Bellingham, Grealish, Rashford, Shaw have got to be 4 of the substitutions. Yellow card here for a Croatian player. I wasn't quite looking, but it's a foul on Mason Mount. Kovacic on his own teammate here. Didn't look that bad, actually. It was more of a shin tackle, really. Yeah, I didn't think that looked that bad. Did you watch Nadal versus Djokovic? Says August 25th. I didn't, but apparently it was a fantastic match, but I didn't watch it. Come on, England. Let's score a goal. Got to see a goal. Got to see a goal. How doesn't Sancho make the bench yet 2 goalkeepers do, says Owen Stanley? Well, I don't know the story with Sancho, and I don't know the story with Chilwell. Apparently, there aren't any injuries, but he's put 2 goalkeepers on the bench. So I don't really understand that. But lovely play by Croatia here, and a lovely ball in behind Rebic, but John Stones is across to cover. Does the job well, and they win a throw in. Good play by Croatia there. He's not happy. What's going on in the fan park? He's fuming. Look at him pointing in the black cap. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now. Get Shaw on. She's like, but I like Trippier. I'm telling you, he's great. Oh, I wanted to go back to that. That was a good argument going on there. There he is, look. He's built. Built there. There we go. They're all getting excited. At least you're all in the sun, lads. You know, it might be, and ladies. There's some ladies there as well. But at least you're in the sun getting hopefully safely getting a tan. England here have started off a little bit slow for my liking. Pickford just quickly out there. What's the percentage now? Good question. So I do this goldometer where I give the percentage of somebody scoring the next goal. So about half an hour in the first half, I said 65% chance England will score the first goal, 35% Croatia. I've got to say it's come down. At the moment, I would say it's 50-50. And that's a worrying... Southgate should be listening to the goldometer because it's showing the swing of the game. And, you know, it was in England's favour. And now I think it's 50-50. He's collecting the beer. Good. Well done. Bellingham on for Phillips. Yeah, I mean, Phillips is pushing forward a lot. He's almost playing like a support striker. You know, get Bellingham on. Foul by Declan Rice there on Modric. People are saying the fan park's better than the game. I'm avoiding the fan park because it's just making me thirsty and hungry. I can see them all drinking cold beer and eating crisps and stuff, and I'm like, I'm starving and I'd like a beer, but I can't have a beer until later because I've got to do the 8 o'clock game with Craig, and I'll need a beer for that one. So, yeah, we are doing Austria against North Macedonia. I think it's Kev and Beth, so that'll be a good fun. And then 8 o'clock tonight, it's me and Craig from Anfield Agenda doing the Holland game, which will be good fun as well. I think we'll have a bit of banter on this. We would have had a bit of banter on this one, to be honest, but it would just irritate me, him saying how crap England are. So I refuse to put myself into that position. Croatia are actually having more of the ball at the moment. Southgate needs to make some bloody saves, make some changes. This is a shit start to the half from England. 6 minutes in, and it's all Croatia, possession-wise. Well in by Trippier. It's all right foot, though. All right foot. He's not even got a little bit... He's not even one of those right-footed players who can actually use their left. He's all right foot. Here's Foden, edge of the box. I just realised Sancho is not on the bench. How does that work? He's a flair player. How can you leave him out completely? Sterling hasn't played well, says Vignesh. Don't know the story around that at all. Tomato Soup says, Croatia have managed their energy levels better than England. Well, we need to make some bloody changes then, mate. Hold on. Oh, no. Jamie Todd says, why do England compete for major tournaments when they're just going to get knocked out or lose the final? I don't understand why compete for something you can't win. Oh, Jamie, come on. You can't just not enter tournaments because you're not going to win it. DS says, don't sleep on Scotland. They've got some good players. I'm not sleeping on Scotland on Friday. I think they will give us a good game. And Anch says, how does it feel knowing England will get knocked out? Well, it feels the same as it has done all my life, because England always get knocked out of tournaments. It's just, you know, hopefully they'll provide us with some moments of enjoyment amongst the inevitable disappointment that will come. What would you say is the attacking approach? Through the middle, hold up for runners, says Inna. I mean, it's very hard. It's very hard to answer that question, to be honest with you. What is the England approach here? Keenan says, miserable start to the summer by United, but I'm feeling better already watching useless England crumble as usual. Sorry for your recent loss, says Keenan Cunningham. Thank you very much for the super chat there. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. Got lots of watch-alongs to come over the Euros, and you're very, very welcome. I will be doing a match reaction, although at the moment I can't be asked if it stays 0-0. Welcome to Members Club Red Pro 7. It's all Croatia at the moment. It's got to make changes. They're dominating the ball. Modric, shoot straight at Pickford. Make some bloody changes. What changes would you make? Bellingham for Phillips. I think Phillips is looking tired. Trippier, obviously, for sure. That should have happened a long time. In fact, I would put Trippier where Walker is. I can see Rashford's just warming up there. Rashford for Sterling. I mean, he might keep Sterling on and take Foden off and just go for pace. Yeah, get Grealish on. Get Grealish on. Bellingham on, yeah. Grealish in, Bellingham in, Rashford in, Luke Shaw in. I've been saying it for ages, but yeah, get them on. Get them on. Because England, in this first 10 minutes, it's reminding me, we've got to be very careful, and Southgate will know this himself. England in tournaments come in with a lot of hype, and then the tournament starts and we're just a load of shite. And it's flat. It's very flat from England. We're going backwards a lot. Yeah, style of play from England. I don't want to dodge that question. It just seems to be knock the ball about with not really any purpose of what we're doing. Everyone seems very static. There's no, the urgency is gone. And here's Phillips though. Pass 2. This has got to be a goal. Yeah! Sterling! 1-0 to England! Nearly said Manchester United. It's a great run by Phillips. He gets past 2. He feeds Sterling in. Raheem scores for England. 1-0. Come on! Lovely run by Calvin Phillips. I said I'm not too sure about him. He could be a breakout player for the tournament. And there he is. Raheem Sterling has done it. And there we are in the fan park as well. Lovely stuff. England 1-0 up. Come on. The Euros are up and running. Lovely goal. Let's see it back again. But Phillips there driving forward. We seem to be going a little bit slow throughout this game. Seemed a little bit slow. He goes through 2 tackles here, Calvin Phillips. Sterling's made the run. And it's a lovely shot. Keeper can't keep it out. Aims it at the keeper's hands. Hands are always moving. Sterling. Goal. 1-0 England. Come on. Come on. We've got the goal and we've got the fan park up and running at last. Oh, that's a good feeling. That's a good feeling. Come on. Don't let this slip. Southgate acting like he's won the World Cup. Look at that in the background. Oh, God, did you see that in the background? Get a bra on. Let's go. Let's go. 1-0 to England. Reset. Reset. A bit against the run of play. A little bit against the run of play there. Croatia dominating the ball. England just catching them out. That defence was all over the place. Now make the subs. It's coming home, says Andrew Richardson. England play like Man United, says Alfie. Welcome to the Members Club Red Pro. I've done that one before already. But lovely start and nice to see. Nice to see the fan park celebrating. Yeah, they're enjoying it now. They're enjoying it now. It's Kyle Walker bringing it forward. A little bit of confidence for England now as well. First goal then for England in these Euros. Raheem Sterling. Here he is on the left-hand side. Get the 3 points. Get the 3 points. Go into the Scotland game. They're going to come at us. Iron Brew FC. Scooby-Doo. They'll come at us. But if we've got 3 points in the bank, it just gives us that little bit of, yeah, you come and have a go at us, Scotland. We're not desperate. We don't want to be desperate in that Scotland game. We don't want to have to open up. Let them come at us. What you got? What you got? We've got to get these 3 points now. I know England knocking the ball around comfortably, but I tell you what, big shout out to Calvin Phillips. It's his driving run that made that goal. Do I think he's better than Bellingham? No, but you know, he's also playing in a position that you're not going to be playing 90 minutes every game. So if he's performing well, that's a good thing. Do not like Trippier at left back though. It's all on his right foot all the time. Where's the overlaps? Mount's been quiet this half. Foden's been quiet this half. They've swapped around, but that's what. But it was almost like we were waiting to catch Croatia out because there was an element of catching them on the break for the first point in the whole game. Really, Croatia were really dominating the ball, and then England looked a little bit like lethargic, and then suddenly, bang, we're in. Phillips man of the match, says Elvind. I know it's one game, but I really wouldn't be mad if United signed Phillips, as James Murphy. Oh, here's Mount with a bit of chance on there. Good tackle. And he wins it back. Half an hour to go. I would be looking at making some subs, yes. I don't know whether Phillips would go to Manchester United because of the Leeds thing. He's very Leeds. Nice ball in! Oh, Harry Kane! Harry Kane, what? What? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Sterling. Mason Mount with the cross. And Harry Kane shinned it. Lovely cross by Mount. And he's just not connected. He's missed it. It's a bad miss by Harry, that is. He's not even shinned it. He has hit it with his foot. He's like, that's got to be a goal. That's got to be a goal by Kane. But he's injured. He's hit the post. The ball's not hit the post. Harry Kane's hit the post. Well, hopefully this is not anything too serious with Harry Kane. You don't want to be losing a player like that. I don't know what part of the post he hits here, but there's the goal back again. Lovely ball by Walker, and Phillips just drives forward, plays it into Sterling. A very, very simple goal, but Croatia just didn't make their tackles. 3 tackles, really. Even Sterling nearly got tackled, but a perfectly timed goal for England because I did feel that Croatia were just starting to get hold of the ball a little bit. So, very important to score that chance from Sterling, and it just should open the game up a little bit now because we've not been that great apart from the first 20 minutes. Not that great. Harry Kane's okay. Harry Kane's okay. Let's wrap the game up now, says DJ. Jamie Todd says don't get too excited, it's England, they're more than capable of blowing this. Rashford, I thought he was coming on, but he's just putting on his bib again, so I don't think he is coming on. Just trying to keep some of that there. Nice little turn by Foden. Poor ball by Phillips back. I sense Rashford's coming on, although there's a few players warming up now. Again. Man, there's another injury there. Doesn't look like Luke Shaw's going to be coming on. No. Wish he scored. He's because he's in my fantasy football, says Callum Reed. I think Foden might be getting a yellow card here. How did Kane miss that, says Vignesh. Yeah, he should have scored. He should have scored there. So yellow card for Mason Mount. I'm not sure how the totting up of yellow cards works in this tournament, actually. But you do get them. Just stay focused in this game now. I don't know. I don't think that was a yellow card, but to be honest with you, I don't think that I don't think it was a yellow card for Kovacic, to be fair, either. So 25 minutes to go. Croatia, good block by Sterling there. Cross comes in. Get away, get away. Kovacic, blocked. Get away! Oh, half a chance for Rebic there in the box. England just need to switch on here. Amazing, we've got some great bench options with bags of pace. Never had that before, says Nick P. We actually have got some good bench options. We've got to be careful here, though, because look at that. Sterling, Mings and Stones nowhere near Rebic giving him a shot. Got to get tighter there. I love the way Stones turns around, whereas everybody, and Mings just gives him a high five. Yeah, you should be on the bloody player, Mings. Mark, should Southgate take Sterling off given the goal, or has this changed the trajectory, says Basherman. I wouldn't take a player off just because they score a goal. I wouldn't not take a player off. Good win here. Mount. He's gone all the way. Free kick, surely, ref. Yeah, he's giving it. And he's going to give a yellow card as well. Good position here. 65 minutes. I want Southgate to make the changes, though, because I don't feel that just because we're 1-0 up, it's a good performance. I think it's been a very Southgate-y performance, isn't it? So I'd like to see Grealish given 25 minutes, Bellingham given 25 minutes, Rashford given 25 minutes, because I don't think it's been a very good England performance. I just think that, you know, we're 1-0 up, which is great, but I'd like to see other people given an opportunity to get a bit of momentum, because it's not been an exciting England performance. It's not been a team that I think, oh, that's going to beat France. We've got to build a team over the tournament that can go deep in the tournament. And I think that, you know, sitting back on 66 minutes with the same 11 thinking this is a good team, it's not. You know, it's not. It is a bit like United performances when we were grinding out those results. And, you know, he's got players on the bench that really you need to work into. You in the Paddy Power video, not enough flags, says Dano. Yeah, I enjoyed doing that. It was a good day. Right, free kick. Mason Mount's on this one, so Trippier's not even going to take it. Mason Mount. Oh, good hit. Just over the bar. Just over the bar. Bench looks stronger than the first team, says Velavath. It was never going in. The keeper's got it covered. I think he should have gone the other way with that one. Why did he go that way, says Marvin. Yeah, he should have gone the other way, Marvin. Oh, God. Yeah, what's everyone watching? We are doing a North Macedonia against Austria watch-along if you want to tune in for that. And I'll be on the 8 o'clock one, which is Holland. Doing United Stand at 7 tonight. So, yep, lots of content still to come. And I'll be on Twitch tonight at 11 p.m. for the Euro Wrap. So you can join me for that, where I'm just chatting away about the Euros so far and all the big issues. There you go. This is revenge for 2018. I'd rather been in a World Cup final than win this, to be honest. But that was then, and this is now. Goal kick to Croatia there. Rashford's coming on. You know, Southgate's such favourite FC, isn't he? They like that. They're liking Rashford coming on. If he brings Rashford on for Mount or Foden, he's an absolute prat. Why are you bringing pace players on? You know, get some technical players on. It's got to be Sterling for Rashford, otherwise it's stupid. I mean, Foden's been quiet, really, hasn't he, in many ways? Corner to Croatia here. I think he'll take Foden off. Foden for Rashford, yeah. I think that's what he's going to do. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. Lots of watch-alongs to come through the summer. You're all very welcome on That's Football. And I think Kessie from AC Milan would be great for United, says Michael O. Great, okay. Corner to Croatia here. I think this is probably their first corner, actually. I don't think we've not seen many corners. Switzerland, Wales, there was so many corners. Not had many corners in this game today. So Modric is on it. Cross comes in. Ooh, they tried some sort of dink to the edge of the box to Brozovic, and he didn't really connect with it that well. We're 200 subscribers away from 424,000, so please subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Let's see if we can hit 424. A double substitution from Croatia here. Brozovic comes off and Vlasic comes on, and I don't know who else they're bringing on here. I think United. I keep saying United. I've got to get used to the England thing. Kramaric has just come off for Brekalo. England, are we doing ours? Yeah, Foden for Rashford. That should be Grealish, really. Even as a United fan, I can see that. That should be Grealish coming on for Foden, not Rashford. Even if Rashford scores, that should not be... that. You've just gone and put two pace players on now with Harry Kane. I think we're going to lose that. I think we're going to give up the ball now. Just looking to hit on the break, aren't we? In the last 20 minutes. So, trying to get in behind that Croatian defence that's going to push. I mean, tactically, actually, I can see what he's trying to do there. Yeah, first United player on for England, actually, Rashford. What subs would you make, Jack? I know we're winning 1-0, but I still think Luke Shaw should be on at left back. I still think I'd get Bellingham on in the midfield. I'd get Grealish on, and I would have took Sterling off for Rashford. But Southgate doesn't make many subs. He's like Ollie as well. He doesn't make many subs. I know he did in the 2 games that we had before the Euros, but they're friendlies, aren't they? Rashford into a 50-50 there. He's all right. Remember, Rashford could be carrying injuries as well, so we need to keep an eye on Rashford. Just worry about this game. Are we giving up too much possession here? I just feel it might... I predicted 1-1. And it shouldn't be 1-1. We should win this game. But I'm just a little bit worried that we're starting to give Croatia a little bit too much. Oh, tell you what. But Kyle Walker looks at Pickford and it's like, oh, that could have been a little bit dodgy as that cross comes in. 20 minutes to go, 1-0. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if there's another goal in this. As a percentage, I'm 50-50 again. I'm 50-50. I think there's a 50% chance for each side at the moment. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? How are they looking at the... What are they watching here? The match is that way, mate. They look like they're playing a game of darts. Came a car. Snap. There's a match on behind you, lads. Turn around. They're acting like it's half time. Watch the match. Well, England got a free kick here. Long way out. Chance to just loft one up to the back post, I suppose. Which they've done. Oh! Sterling. You know when you knock a ball into the box and they head it out? It's bounced to him in the box. He's got loads of times and he's skied it for 3 points. Look at how much time he's got here. International football. Come on. He's got to do better than that. That is crap. Oh, come on, Raheem. You score a goal and then you miss that. That should be 2-0. He's got so much time. Stones has gone down now. What's going on here then? Cramp. He'll go to 5 at the back. He'll go 5 at the back. I'm telling you now, he's going to go 5 at the back. You can see Southgate going 5 at the back. 5 at the back. Gareth, I told you not to do it. I need to do it. I've got to do 5 at the back. It's what I'm all about. Definitely going to go 5 at the back. So Ben White's warming up here. It's interesting though why Ben White would warm up, because Connor Cody was in the squad already, wasn't he? So this don't look good for Stones. Let's have a look. I think England fans need to understand that Grealish is a bit like Donny van der Beek for Man United. Southgate won't play him, says YUFC. Letting yourself down. You're letting yourself down by hoping that he will. Stones is up again. He's all right. Good. We don't want to lose another centre-back. Mark might feel old here. Remember watching Masters Football on Sky Sports, blue five-a-side pitch of the legends of the clubs, Jamie? I do. It wasn't that long ago, was it? Franklin says they're more interested in the beer than the match. Well, it's because we're winning now. They're thinking about the afternoon plans, aren't they? Because it's a lovely sunny day in London. And if England win, you know, get on it for the rest of the day. Call into work sick tomorrow. Could be another summer of football and good weather. Euro 96 was like that. Netherlands score prediction tonight. Ukraine are crap, aren't they? I think the Ukraine are crap. Let me tell you Ukraine's latest results. Pretty sure they're a bit rubbish, but I might be wrong. That's happened before. So they beat Northern Ireland 1-0. They beat Cyprus 4-0. They drew with Bahrain. They drew with Kazakhstan. They drew with Finland. They drew with France in March. They lost 3-0 to Switzerland. They lost 3-1 to Germany. They beat Spain. They lost to Germany 2-1. They got smashed by Spain. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be. They'll be well organised, but it should be a win for Holland, that one, or Netherlands. But how good are the Netherlands? That's the thing. No Van Dijk. That's going to be their team. I'm a bit worried about this game. We're only 100 subscribers away from 424,000 on That's Football, so please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. And do us a favour as well. If you're on Paddy Power, make sure you subscribe. If you're on That's Football, please click the link in the video description and subscribe to Paddy Power, because they're providing us with this unique fan park experience, and we've got interviews with Paul Ince up there already to watch, and also got one with Teddy Sheringham coming up this week as well. So make sure you subscribe to Paddy Power. Loving the fan park idea, and it's great to be able to see that. Cross comes in and it's cleared away. They're getting excited there at the fan park now. I think they're, like all England fans, they're starting to sense and bite fingernails that England might mess this up late on. It's not been great, you know, by England. I've got to say, it's not been great. Another sub for Croatia now, so they've made 3. Rebic comes off and Petkovic comes on. But Southgate's a bit like Ollie, isn't he? So Sterling's... No, I thought Sterling was coming off. He's not. I thought Sterling was going off. I thought Sterling was going off then. My God. There's a lot of drunk people at Wembley. It's like we've won the World Cup. No, I'm not calling Southgate. That's a very United stand thing to do. I'm not doing that. Grow up. There is no substitution to come from England, which I really wish there was. But to be honest with you, with 10 minutes to go, what are you going to get with 10 minutes now? So he's basically grabbed the goal and sit back and part the defence, isn't he? That's what he's doing. This is in London, the fan park. It's London, near the Shard. The Paddy Power fan park in London. They're all getting excited there. Lovely to see. Lovely to see. He's got pants on his head at the back. They've all got pants on their head. They've got Paddy Power pants on their head. 10 minutes to go. It's a weird one. What do you think about this from England today? Because I just think that it's just typical England. We've got a result, but has it been a good performance from England, or is it just that we got that chance and we took it? It's not good football. I don't think it's good tactics. I don't think he's made the changes he should. We've played 90 minutes with a right-footed left-back. I just really hope that... He obviously doesn't like Luke Shaw. I hope Chilwell's playing against Scotland, because I can't be doing with a right-footed fucking left-back. It's ridiculous. And I think we're probably a little bit... He's bringing Bellingham on now. We're probably a little bit lucky that Croatia have got absolutely nothing up front, because I think a better team would have hurt us a bit better. That ref's good, that one. Not that he's not reffing the game today, but Bellingham's coming on. Probably be Mason Mount. Oh, parking the bus. Or is it Harry Kane? Harry Kane for Bellingham. Oh my God. So Kane for Bellingham. We're parking the bus here. Bit of a chance for England. Sterling over the top. No, keeper's got that. I think it's going to be a long tournament. I do think it's going to be a long tournament, because he's so conservative. He should be on bloody Boris Johnson's front bench. Give him a job as Home Secretary. He's Mr. Conservative, Southgate. He grabs a goal and that's it. Half an hour to go. Grab a goal. Let's hold on to it. Mr. Defensive. It's like being managed by Jose Mourinho. It's just... so many good players. Why? Croatia aren't even that good. Why can't we just... I understand in the last 10 minutes you want to see a game out. I get that. But it's been like it all half. Thomas says that... Was it Thomas? Yeah, Thomas says no point going all out attack and losing the game. Mate, I'm not asking us to go all out attack, but all out defence. For since we've scored, we've done nothing apart from that Sterling chance, which came from a long free kick. I don't know. What do you expect? We've won the game, great. That's the main thing. But I just, I think with Southgate, he's just so defensive. I just wish we had a coach that could get the best out of the players that we've got. But I think it's going to be grind it out FC. Another substitution here for Croatia. The main thing is the 3 points. Get the 3 points. Move on. And going into that Scotland game with 3 points, I don't think... Well, maybe it'd be an interesting game at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Will Scotland get the win? Well won back by Modric. Good tackle by Phillips. And he gives the free kick. Stephen B says Sean Dyche would be good. I'll tell you what, I'll do a better job than Southgate. I don't actually think that there would be a lot of difference between Southgate and Sean Dyche. I think actually when you think about it, people are quite arrogant about Dyche. Oh, he's a rubbish manager. But what would Dyche do worse than Southgate? Like Sean Dyche is arguably a more entertaining coach than Southgate. Kovacic is off. Final substitution here. Southgate's nothing like Ollie, Mark. Southgate makes braver decisions for the good of the team, taking his captain off, something Ollie would never do. Oh, says Ben Anderson. Anyway, Croatia have got a free kick here. Chance to just loft one up into the box. 5 minutes to go. Let's see what happens here. I think the thing for me is that I think the disappointing thing with England is it's not just about winning. You want the rest of the world to go, oh, they're a good team. And very rarely in my life have we had an England team that you go, ooh, I'm proud of them. 96, 90. And I think that is a part of it as well. I just think it gets quite frustrating, like in 2002 when you've got people like, you know, Beckham and Scholes, and then in 2004 and 6 when you've got Rooney, Lampard, Gerrard, all these players, and then we play, you know, Sven-Goran Eriksson played conservative football, and we had a fantastic team. And it just gets a bit frustrating when you know you've got all these good players and you've got a coach that just doesn't know how to get the best out of them. And a lot of you won't be old enough to remember that, but we had, you know, between 2002 and 2006, we had a really good team. We had like Ferdinand, Terry, Ashley Cole, Gary Neville, obviously people like Scholes, Lampard, Gerrard, Beckham, Rooney, Owen. Fantastic players, and we just played very conservative football. I actually think quite highly of Dyche. Never gets backed but keeps Burnley in the league, sometimes somewhat comfortably. Not many managers could do that, says Daniel Luciano. Yeah, Joe Cole as well. And Sol Campbell. Do you think Christian Eriksen will play football again? I just think why? I mean, I'm not. You know what happened? Looked like it was a heart attack. Why would you ever take that risk again? Would they ever allow? Would he ever be allowed to play again? You know, would any league in the world let him play again? Sad, but the alternative could have been a lot worse. So I don't think he'll play again, but I don't know. Yeah, Heskey was playing then as well. Head injury here. Vida and Bellingham. So ultimately, this looks like hopefully being a very good 3 points for England, but it's been a bit of a flat performance, hasn't it? You know, first 20 minutes we were okay. Tyrone says, why didn't he bring on Calvert-Lewin? Because he's gone 2 up front, hasn't he? He's put Rashford up front and he's put Bellingham into the midfield. Can't stand Janus. Sterling scores, fair enough, but he's messed up loads and suddenly it's his best game in an England shirt. So deluded. Ross Gunn. Jermaine Janus is not a very good pundit. I find him one of the most irritating. I mean, might be a nice guy in real life, but I find him one of the most irritating pundits. I don't think he actually watches football. I think he's a prime example of somebody that you can have talent in your feet and not in your head. He consistently comes out with bad takes. My man of the match today for England, it's difficult because I don't think we've played particularly well. I mean, the goal, it wasn't a clean finish, but he scored it. I mean, do you give it to Sterling just because he scored the goal? I think Calvin Phillips probably gets it for me. Calvin Phillips, man of the match for me. Yeah. Anyway, we're moving into stoppage time here. Let's have a look what's going on in the park, the fan park. There you go. They're happy. They're happy. There you go. There's your positivity. Look at them. They're loving it. Do you really? That's what they're singing. Do you really like it? Do you really like it? We're loving it, loving it, loving it. We're loving it like that. Boom. Iron appa, iron appa, iron appa. Boom, boom. Somebody throwing the beer there. Someone on my shoulder doing a bit of a dance as well. Calvert-Lewin's coming on now. Just to kill time, isn't it? Coming on for Sterling. Go with the front two. Poor old Jack Grealish. Poor old Jack Grealish. Doesn't get any time. I don't think Sterling had a bad game. It's 4 minutes added on. There's still 2.5 minutes to go here. Although I think we could play till Christmas and Croatia won't score because they're so toothless. Southgate hates Grealish. Well, that's always been suspected, isn't it? I don't think he hates Grealish. I just don't think he rates him. Southgate likes boring things. You know, if you went out for a meal with Gareth Southgate and said we're going to a cocktail bar, pick whatever you want, he said I'll just have a pint of beer. He's Mr. Conservative. Good stuff, Mark. Can't wait to see how Scooby-Doo scores a bicycle kick against England next week. Man of the match today is Rashi, says Nani. And with the talent on the pitch, the England performance has been quite flat and underwhelming. Hope the win gives them some momentum. Still no Grealish, says Vignesh. Yeah, I'm disappointed in Southgate a little bit today, but the result's fantastic. You know, get off to a winning start. This game, to me, had draw written all over it. So at least we've got the result. And I say at least, it's a positive. Get the result, move towards that Scotland game. But it's not been entertaining, has it? It's not been that good. And I do think that best England match was on 7th of the 9th, if you know, you know. 7th of the 9th, 05, if you know, you know, says AJ. Italy are going to beat England, says UEFA Vlog. I don't think England can play Italy for a long time. England's big problem is that we're going to... This win will probably get us through the group because you only need another point. You get third place with fourth. The way this tournament works is you've got 6 groups and 4 of the third place teams out of those 6 teams go through. So we're going to go through. Because we only need a point out of Czech Republic and Scotland. So we'll go through now. The problem is when we go through, you're going to play Portugal, France or Germany. And I think that will be a real tough game. You're not going to beat France or Portugal playing like that. You'll beat Croatia, but Croatia got nothing up front. A team with a decent front line is going to cause us problems, and this Croatia side, they're like an Arsenal fan. They got nothing up top. There it is. Southgate's well happy. Wins his first game. Well done to England. Let's go to the... Look at that. Look at what's going on here. They're loving it. They're loving it, loving it, loving it. Look at that. They're overjoyed. I don't know. Maybe my standards are just a little bit higher. I mean, a lot of people very, very happy with that win. And I think we're so eager to get this football's coming home thing going. And what I would say is that England 96, first game was Switzerland 1-1. We've gone and beaten Croatia. Tournament is about momentum. You've got to keep growing. But I think that if I'm Southgate, that Trippier thing at left back is a joke. Don't do that again. And yeah, apart from that, I think that there's something to work with there. And a win is a fantastic win for England. So yeah, very, very pleased with the win. Just a little bit of tweaking here and there, I think. But Calvin Phillips will be my man of the match, by the way. Smash a like on the video if he's your man of the match. Let's see if we can get 10,000 likes for that. Yeah, I think that let's do a quick player ratings. We'll do that at the end of the game because I do that on the United stand. So quick player ratings, or I could just film a match reaction and do it on that. Could do it on the match reaction, yeah. Do it on the match reaction. That's probably the best way to do it. Chilwell wasn't even on the bench today. But we weren't lucky. England weren't lucky. They deserved to win. England deserved to win. And we just, look forward to the game against Scotland, which is going to be massive now. I'm going to do a player ratings on my match reaction, which I'll just go and record now, and then I'll upload it on the channel. That's what works better. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner, if you're on Paddy Power or if you're on That's Football, please subscribe. And if you are on That's Football, please check out our Paddy Power channel. The link's in the video description to subscribe to that. Interview with Paul Ince, got one with Teddy Sheringham coming up this week, so make sure you subscribe so you get your notification. Big thanks to Paddy Power for linking up with us on this. The fan park has been fantastic. I've loved having that. First time we've done it, absolutely loved having it. We got a goal as well, and we will have that back on Friday as well. There's the Shard. It's clouding up a little bit. The blue skies are disappearing a little bit over London. But they're happy. We're happy. Thanks everyone for watching. And we're going to be back in about an hour, just under an hour, for Austria against North Macedonia. And then 8 o'clock tonight, join me for that with Craig Holland as well. 7 o'clock on United Stand show as well. So lots still to come. Good start to England. I'll speak in a bit.